family. Shalom, shalom. Yeah, we can. What we can do? We got some more desks in the back or no? We took them all out. They can sit up here too as well. You want? Kids can sit up in the front. Yeah. They can sit right there. All right, shalom, family. All right. Let's go ahead and get the link out. How you doing? Shalom, shalom. Yeah, y'all can still get some pads in the back. Yeah, you should have some. Oh, you know what we can do? Get one of those. Get Princesses and get Renee's activity packet. Yeah, we got some Hebrew activity packet. We can bring up another desk. Yeah. All right. Real quick, for brothers and sisters online, thank you for joining us. We are live. All right. A few quick announcements. As you know, we have a few locations. All right, we have a few locations that you can watch us at. Houston, VA, also San Antonio, our brother school out there. That's dedicated, bringing out this word. And listen, 25, 30 years plus. That's a long time dedicated in his word. You need something else, Jamal? You need something else?
I don't know. I think she better sitting over there.
Oh, you can do that. What we can do, you know what? You can actually move a desk back. You can do it side by side. You can move a desk back.
Yeah, I just don't want to disturb class because he tends to.
Oh, right. No problem. Oh, you're talking about in the back room? Yeah. Oh, that's cool. They can definitely go right there. They can definitely go right there. That's what. That is for. That is why that's there. All right. As brothers and sisters should know, Passover is coming up. Actually, next weekend on April the 12th. So if you have your ticket, we're going to see you. You know, if you haven't RSVP'd, you can still RSVP. That's not a problem. All right. Here we go. We can still RSVP. All right, we're looking good. All right. Shalom, family. Push this forward. All right. What, long week? Long week?
It's that, that sciatica flare up, man.
Oh, yeah. You shooting right. Man, I know how, listen. I know how it feels. Like somebody hits you with a sniper bullet from across the way. It's like, ah. But it's like, you say, ah. But you don't want to act like, it sounds like you're crying a little bit. Sad. I know. I deal with it.
I was hit by a rubber bullet,
Okay.
like years ago.
What was that by the task force?
Nah, I was walking on the street. And,
Oh, man.
I guess it was let's just say it's my neighborhood friends, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I was, passing up a particular house.
Right.
And I don't know, man, it was just, they got me right here.
Man.
So when it hit me,
Right.
at first I was thinking like, did somebody just shoot me? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yep.
Because I was trying to run, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, like when it hit me at, it is, behind, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I was trying to run a little bit, but it just like froze me up. And then I hear a couple of dudes chuckling and laughing,
Oh, that's
and I
bad.
went down and I'm looking, I'm just like,
Yeah. You listen. I know, man. It's so cold, man. We were street speaking one time on East Main, or no, West Ave, and they had the nerve to hit us with BB pellets. I'm thinking, oh, they just shot me. We didn't even stop, But
let's live around it.
yeah, now I know how it gets. But real quick, I just want to go through these announcements. For brothers and sisters, again, Passover is going to be April 12th. That's going to be Saturday. Not this Saturday, but the next coming up Saturday, all right? The doors are we're going to be there, but the doors is going to open at 3. All right, Passover starts at 3, y'all. We need y'all there. All right, we need y'all there so that we can go ahead and enjoy the festivities and all the things that we have for that event, including the prayers, including the Passover reading. All right, we have a few promotions as well that's going to be happening. So we got a lot of things going on, and I want it to be where brothers and sisters can congregate, laugh, enjoy each other. You know, as they say, cut a little rug, right? You know, they got this whole, where your fan at? Where your fan at? Right? All that fan talk. What's this fan stuff? No, that's the new black boot scoop boogie. Where your fan at?
12th at
April 12th at 3 p.m. We'll give you we'll send you a flyer. We'll send you a flyer as well. Not this Saturday, but next Saturday. We asked for brothers and sisters, please RSVP. Because again, there's going to be food served, so we're fighting to make sure everybody is going to be fed. All right, have plenty of lamb. All right. So please RSVP. We'll send you that link as well too. Whoever's coming, family, your wife.
Do y'all need a live lamb or?
Well, we have 200. We haven't found a location out here for live lamb, right? But we are upholding lamb. Lamb is going to be served at a mass rate. You know what's so crazy is that,
my uncle, I can contact him. See if he can help out, because I remember one year, I think it was for my cousin's birthday or was it graduation. He brought in, it wasn't a lamb, but it was, live goat, and he slaughtered it, in his
oh yeah. Yeah, man, in Houston we have we had that slaughterhouse. Man, it gets crazy with that live, right? That's why, listen, brothers need to donate for that live. Man, listen, lambs is not cheap, man.
Yeah. Lambs
are not cheap. You feed 200. Listen, we had a lamb for Purim that barely fed Rochester. They didn't even feed Rochester really, So, but I'm gonna say this: we're gonna have all the trimmings, everything. All right, your bitter herbs. All right, we're gonna have everything for you. So please show up. If you'd like to donate, donations are available, all right? Because everything does cost. You know what I'm saying? The venue costs, right? The chair coverings cost, plates cost, centerpieces cost. You know, we're not doing this, like it's somebody's third. I don't know what kind of parties we used to go to that was just barely put together, right?
Your auntie and uncle got the back of a car seat in the back as a seat.
Right.
I seen that. So.
Right, no, not that standard.
Just throwing it out.
Yeah, we're gonna listen. Passover's gonna be nice. So again, that's gonna be April 12th. All right. Here in Rochester. Real quick, other ways that you can watch us. I know your news and all. We have also a blog talk radio, which is gonna be, or a podcast blog show, which is gonna be on Podbean. I don't know if you're familiar with Podbean. So Podbean. That's an app that you can find on your Apple phone, your Samsung. Podbean, Podbean. All right, this is gonna be. You can look this up under Mashaba, Mashahba. Yeah.
You said Podbean. Cast, right?
Say that again.
Is Podbean Cast or?
It's just an app. When you look that up, it's gonna be like a green app.
Gotcha.
That's gonna get you right into it.
Podbean.
Yes.
And then
you can put Mashaba, Mashahba. All right. We should get you right up in there. If not, I can send you the link. I can send you that link. Huh? Yeah. Bible Talk with Mashaba. You have some? We'll send it to you right now. All right. We also have the 5 Minutes of Wisdom on YouTube that we're going to be putting some new content. I know we've been saying it for a little while. It's coming. We're cooking. We also have the Bible, the Hidden Truth Bible Show, which we're going to be bringing up some good content as well. All right. We actually have one recently we're about to drop, which is it's a part 2 going into weed, right? Kind of going into more of the components that a lot of our people don't consider that they're affected by. And yeah, all right. So that's gonna be dropping pretty soon, right? That's gonna be dropping pretty soon. We're gonna get into class. It's already 8:30. Hopefully, brothers and sisters are in good spirits in all four corners of the earth.
God.
All right. Again, we are a Stream of Wisdom here at Rochester. We have a few other schools, Houston, VA, Rochester, and San Antonio. So, listen, I'm going to say this. There's a lot of good content. Dawiyah dropped a heavy class about
The intense
skepticism.
Yeah.
Right? About you being skeptic. Listen, Rob dropped a powerful class, The Power of God.
God.
So these are all other YouTube channels, man, that are able to give you the wisdom and understanding of how to live life. You know, how to process your thoughts, how to really understand now what the Bible is trying to show us through all these different styles, right? The Father gives you many different variations with these teachers when it comes to these classes, man. You can't deny it. You can't deny it. The Most High said that our teachers were not going to be hid in a corner, right? It says our teachers were not going to be hid in a corner. So we're seeing that the word is going out. Right? Give me that real quick. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's in Isaiah, right? Yeah. Give me that real quick. Get this real quick.
30.
Yeah, Acts 30 and verse 20. Oh, my apologies. Isaiah 30 and verse 20.
Isaiah chapter 30, verse 20.
Right, let's wait till everybody gets there. Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 20. Isaiah 30 and verse 20. Just in regards about how the wisdom and knowledge is going out. And it's going out to where you can really understand it. Right? This isn't a Harvard grad class. It's broken down to where you can comprehend. Right? Comprehend much in few words. The Most High is trying to elevate his people because we're at a destitute place. That's why we're going over the class tonight with group economics.
Oh, praise.
Oh, praise it, right? Group economics. And we're gonna go into that. Right? From the tribe to the trap. How do we come from being tribal members of Israel to the trap worried about ourselves? Right? But we're going to touch this just a little bit. So let's go to Isaiah 30 and verse 20. Come on.
Isaiah chapter 30, verse 20.
Go ahead.
And though the Lord gave you the bread of adversity.
Yeah, see, God has given Israel adversity. We're the ones that got white booties, right, in nursing homes. And they pay you bottom barrel. We should be getting top dollar, $30 an hour. $30.
Yeah.
We are dealing with people's lives. And then they pay you, you can get a little snack during the day. And you want me to come in there with a good attitude. Right? Good spirits. But you paying me like I just need to show up. Right? That's why doctors get paid so much. Because their job is important, right? But also caregivers, right?
Yep.
Or anything that we do, man. Brothers that do laborers work, they wanna cut your check, cut your invoice. I don't think it should be that much. I don't think it's that much work. Are you serious? You're not doing it, Mr. Boss Man. You're not doing it. You don't know how it feels to bring concrete up 3 flights of stairs and then put it into a dumpster and repeat that 80 times. How much you think that's $200? $200? We deal with bread of adversity, man. We eat that. Our life has been adverse for a long time. Read it again, come on.
And though the Lord gave you the bread of adversity,
Right?
and the water of affliction.
Water of affliction. We stay getting afflicted. We get shot in the streets. Right? When we get pulled over, you got everything lined up. You got your license. You got your insurance. You got your registration. But for some reason, what? Your heart starts to beat. Like you got 10 pounds of illegal substance in the back. No, dog, you don't have, but you still what? Your heart's beating, right? Because we're drinking the water of affliction. Go ahead.
Yet shall not.
Yet what?
Yet shall not.
But the Father says, even though we're going through all these diverse situations, go ahead.
Thy teachers be removed.
The Most High said the teachers were not going to be removed. And this is why you have this now beautiful, man, almost like a symphony type of a moment in Israel where you have all these different teachers, all these different schools, right? All these different YouTubes. Most High is syncing them all together. You want knowledge, you got that here. You want spiritual content, you got that here. You want the debate, you got that there. Most High said that our teachers, the ones that were going to show us the right path, those that were going to show us the proper way how to be men and women of the Father, those men and women were going to be right in front of us. It says that they're not going to what?
Thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore.
There you go. Our teachers were not going to be removed into a corner anymore. Go ahead.
But thy eyes shall see thy teachers.
You hear that? But your what?
But thy eyes shall see thy teachers.
Right. Thy eyes shall see thy teachers. And a lot of brothers and sisters, they neglect that. They neglect seeing their teachers. They don't want to come, right? You know, kudos, brother, for coming, right?
Yeah.
You know, because you're in the city. And not saying, yeah, I'm just saying, you know, obviously your spirit wanted to be here and you're here. But you got a lot of brothers and sisters that take it for granted.
God.
It hit different in class, man. That's what they all say. It's not the same when you watch it online and you're in class.
Right.
You got to get around. Because the Father is giving us this as a gift to better our life. You know, we just have to be humble enough to receive it and understand what it takes for us to really have peace. Peace is not going to come from the bottle. Your peace isn't going to come from a relationship. It's not going to come from the Louis belt you got on. Right? You know, I got the new Timbos, the new skull-toed Timbs.
Right, the custom edition.
Custom edition. Peace comes from understanding life. You know, especially we got the younger sisters and brothers and, you know, the kids online and, you know, other different schools that are learning things that we didn't learn until now. They're learning that at 14, 15, 21, 18, 17, 18, 19. Like, the things that you can learn now, man, you can alleviate a lot of future pain. You pregnant? Right. You got kids? There you go. Like, how many, and I say that but how many young women and young men have had children at a young age? Right? And it's not like they were together and, they had plans and no, it was out of natural instinct. Right? The flesh.
Right.
But look what it did. Now you're 60 years old with a kid. Right? And then you regret it. The mother tells the father, you messed up my life. Right? But think about if you would have had the wisdom and understanding about what laying down with somebody was and what it could actually lead to, you'll rethink. Right? No different from, like you said, about a friend. Friends will lead you down the wrong path. You got to know who you're around. Yes.
Or they say, if I didn't have a kid with you, my life would be more successful.
There you go. And these are real statements. If I didn't have a kid with you, I would be more successful. So you mean to tell me you having a child has made you less successful? No, you still would have been lazy. Because you ain't doing nothing now with the child. The child is older.
Right.
And you still in the same motion. No, what you just saying is that you would have been in the streets a little bit more. Right? And the Most High was trying to slow you down, but the point is that the Most High is telling Israel, you'll be able to see your teachers. Right? Keep reading.
Verse 21.
Come on.
And thy ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, this is the way.
This is the what?
This is the way.
There you go. This is the way. The Most High is telling our people, listen to what's being said by the teachers, because what they're telling you is the way. It's the right way. It's that narrow path that everybody seems to avoid. I need the other one with the old paths. Give me that one. Old paths. Yeah, give me that one. But read that verse 21 again. Come on.
Verse 21. And thy ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, this is the way. Walk ye in it.
There you go. This is the way. You need to walk in it. But you know what Israel does? No, I'm good. I'm going to walk how I want to walk. Okay. Well, you finna walk with a limp because you might get shot on your path, right? You might not even make it out of whatever situation that you're in. Our people are hard-headed, man. Stiff-necked. Rebellious, yes.
That's like my cousin, man. He was telling me, man, I got my own God. and you got yours. And I was just showing him that there's only one true God, living God. And he was like, yeah, you pray to yours, I pray to mine.
Like, what kind of sense? You pray to yours.
I'm Rastafarian. Yeah, I'm Rastafarian.
Rastafari. Well, what does Rastafari mean? Or like, what is it really about? He probably wouldn't be able to explain. They don't have a book. It's called the Carbonagus, something like that. It's a short book, short read, right? But again, like most other books, it's just a plagiary off of the Bible. They got a few wise sayings in there. That's biblical, right? And that's it. But the Most High said that these teachers were going to now show you the way. Go ahead.
When ye turn to the right hand, and when ye turn to the left.
Right, when you turn to the right hand and when you turn to the left. And that's why, a lot of brothers and sisters have the guides.
Yeah.
Right? The Most High has put a guide in your life to say, listen, I wouldn't do that. Listen, double check your mind before you make that decision. Why? I've seen that decision before. And I know what it brings. Yeah. Cabra Nagist. Right? It's not even worth the buy. It's $11. Right? Let's go to Jeremiah 6 and 16. Come on. And then we'll get into this class. Jeremiah 6 and verse 16. Actually, I got one more scripture. Jeremiah 6 and verse 16. And then we'll go to Ecclesiastes 6 and 17 in the Apocrypha. But we're going to start at Jeremiah chapter 6 and verse 16. Just in regards about the teacher, right? How a lot of us take for granted the teacher.
Yeah.
You take for granted really the voice of the Lord, because that's how God speaks to his people, through the teachers, through the prophets, through the ministers. We're not speaking from our own mouth. We're speaking from what the Father is telling us to do. Thus saith the Lord. So this is Jeremiah chapter 6. Yeah, Jeremiah chapter 6. And this is right before Lamentations. Right. And if you want to, you can sit next to her. Normally we have a sister in here to help her navigate through that. But if you want to sit next to her to help her flip through the scriptures, that is not a problem. Jeremiah 6 verse 16. Come on.
Jeremiah chapter 6 verse 16.
Go ahead.
Thus says the Lord, stand ye in the ways.
Do what?
Stand ye in the ways.
Right, stand in the ways. Go ahead.
And see, and as for the old paths.
There you go. Start asking some questions. Right? Asking, what is the old path? Go ahead.
Where is the good way?
There you go. Where is the good way? But one thing that our people are known and prone to do is try to create something called, I was self-made. It's my own lane. No, it's not. You ain't the first Negro that thought about what you thought about, man. Stop it.
God.
No, for real. Even like with inventions, yes, a lot of times they're more of the I'm going to jump on it and do it. I'm going to put some work behind it, right? Behind the thought. But the Father is saying we should be looking towards the old ways, the old paths. And that's kind of what this class is going into, is also looking at group economics, looking at the collective prosperity that the Father had in Israel. Yes.
So you said it was Jeremiah.
Jeremiah 6 and verse 16. Yeah, Jeremiah chapter 6 and verse 16. You have some, does anybody want any water? Any coffee, tea? Coffee, tea? Yeah, Jeremiah chapter 6 and verse 16. Read it.
Jeremiah chapter 6 verse 16. Thus says the Lord, stand ye in the ways, and see, and ask for the old path.
Go ahead.
Where is the good way?
Where's the what?
Where is the good way?
Where's that good way? I need to find out how our people were great. Right? How our families were connected. Families aren't connected today like they were back in the day. Even relationships don't hit the same, man. It's not the same, man. We're quick to cut off. We're quick to misunderstand. Right? So the Father is saying we're supposed to be giving ear and attention to the teachers so that we learn the proper way to live. Stop being hard-headed, Israel. Go ahead.
And walk therein.
Come on, and do what?
and walk
There
therein.
you go, and do it. Actually apply what you're being said. And I know it might seem strange, it might seem foreign, but it is because we haven't been privy to the right way.
God.
We've been prone to do things the wrong way. I mean, mind you, we've been living in captivity. America is technically not our homeland.
God.
And we're not in power. The enemy's in power. So if the enemy's in power, what happens? Well, we learn his ways.
God.
Right? In history, that's how it happens. When an opposite country comes in, you start learning their habits. You start learning their ways, their customs. So now we start doing what? We start falling away from when they said we were kings and queens. Well, what did that look like? What did we do? Right? Now look at us. Everybody want to be white. Right?
Yeah.
We all got to speak politically correct now. Right? We can't even have no type of real swag no more.
God.
I feel ashamed. Like when I get around a certain, level of people, I got to tighten up now. It's like, what is going on? We can't be ourselves no more. But why? It's because we're under the hand of our enemy. So the Father is saying, listen and look back to when things were the right way. Go ahead.
And ye shall find rest for your soul.
There you go. You shall find rest for your souls. And that's what we need, man. A lot of our people try to find rest the wrong way. Right? And that's why you go home, you're all in your brain. Your mind is constantly racing because you're not at peace. Right? You have a lot of anxiety, a lot of unrestful moments. Because there's a lack of understanding in your mind. Right? We're still trying to guess as we go. And the Father's trying to give us good understanding.
God.
That's why he said, forsake not my doctrine.
Yep.
So this book right here got it all.
God.
It got it all, y'all. Ask me the question. It's here. Right? We just got to find it somewhere. Right? Go ahead.
But they said, we will not walk
There
therein.
you go. Common black folks. I'm good, I'm good, bro. Nah, sis, I don't need that help. Nah, I'm gonna keep doing it my way. All right, no. I'll check back in with you in about 6 months. Let's see how you looking then, Brody. Right? Like Israel really think that they got it, all right? They really think that they got it. I got one scripture though too. This is for you, Opal. Ecclesiastes 6 and 17. Just on about the friendship. I heard it a little bit. And we got to be very careful who we entertain. Who we entertain ourselves with, right? Who we surround ourselves with, is because life is not a joke.
God.
Man, I grew up with people that are on First 48.
Damn.
Y'all remember that show, First 48?
God.
Yeah, late night special. Houston, Texas edition of First 48. Those are bros that I know. Good. I got in a fight for one of them when I was in junior high. Get your hands off Keaton. Bop, bop. Right? Bust Cedric Malone in his nose. If you watch it, you know it's true. Bust him in his nose. I took him to the principal's office. They said, man, the coach said, listen, that was a good combo, but I gotta write you up. So the point is that his name was Keaton Cooper. You can look him up. Keaton Cooper, he wasn't like those other guys. Like they got caught up for, I'll tell you the situation. They got caught up for going to one of Olin's, this is another guy I knew, Olin's girlfriend's house. All right. So it was Keaton. It was another white boy that act Mexican. His name was Colby. I'm throwing off. Their names is out there anyway.
God.
You know what I mean? But the point is that he was with a group of fiends, right? So I believe he got caught up on more than just weed. I don't know exactly what, but he got caught up on more than just weed. And Olin's girlfriend, her family were a drug distribution family, and where I lived at, right? And I guess heavily enough to where she had the bright idea to do what? Let's go rob my own house. There go Olin. There go Keaton. Look at him. I wish I could throw him on the whatchamacallit. That's on the Chronicles, all right? That's on Houston Chronicle. Know all these guys, man. Keaton is not that guy. He was a good guy, all right? He was soft-spoken, right? But now look at him. What's the sentence? 40 years?
Damn.
I ain't finished the story. What happened? So I guess they knocked on the door. The girl screamed. The mom answered the door. Olin had something broken down. Shotgun. Bah! Shotgun broke. Shot the mom. Killed her. Killed the mom, Mike. Killed the mom. Just like that. What happened? Listen, your freedom is done. I think he got about 30 to 40. Those are actually good bros, man. They weren't gang orientated. It's just what drugs will do. Drugs will twist you up and have you living an illusion, right? To where you end up just like this, or you end up dead, right? You think you big meat or something. You going to Oklahoma to drop a bag off, and you never come back. Quarantine. Well, another associate that I knew in high school, right? Got murdered in Oklahoma, Kansas, somewhere weird in a hotel. Drug deal gone wrong. That's all black folks know is drugs. Right? Like, there's many other forms of making money. And we doing it the way our enemy has provided so that we get killed, locked up in prison, and we destroy our family around us. You destroy your family members, because if they can't get to you, they're going to get to grandma. They're going to shoot grandma's crib up, hit her in the back while she breathing in oxygen. Then hit her in the back. Right. Look what it's caused. But the point is that you got to be very careful of the people that you're around, because the Father gives us good instructions on who to be around. Let me show you. Ecclesiastes. So this is in your apocrypha. If you have one, you can do this. You can actually give that to your daughter. Somebody else read Ecclesiastes 6 and verse 16, so she can see that.
6, verse 7 or 16?
Ecclesiastes chapter.
Oh, you said Ecclesiastes?
Yeah, Ecclesiasticus or Sirach, chapter 6 and verse 17.
Okay.
Yeah, let's wait till everybody gets it. All right, Ecclesiasticus chapter 6 and verse 17. Man, life is not a joke, man. Come on now. I mean, brothers and sisters out here know. We got a brother that ended up dying. You didn't want to listen to the teachers. This brother wore fringes till he died. It's unfortunate. But what happened? Well, you start cleaving to the wrong friend. Yeah. Right? And the Father has a problem with that too. Right? Can't be lukewarm now. Right? Oh, I don't really deal with him too much. All right. Let's see if God accepts that excuse. Right? So let's read this. Come on.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 6 and verse 17.
Right, Ecclesiasticus chapter 6 and verse 17. Go ahead.
Whoso feared the Lord.
Whoso does what?
Feared the Lord.
Whoso fears the Lord. I want you to hear this. Whoso fears the Lord, go ahead.
Shall direct his friendship right.
There you go. They're going to tell you the right thing. If a person is truly your friend, they're going to guide you in the way of the Father. Right? And the laws, statutes, and commandments. Now I wouldn't do that, sis. Right? That's called adultery. Right? No, you got a man. Don't do that. Right? That's the number one thing now. A lot of these couples, right? Married women are going out there to the club. To get them a quick twerk fest in. Right? They want to get loose real quick while their man's at home. That's madness, man. No, she should have had a friend and say, nah, Norma Jean, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't mess up a happy home. You know what's going to cause, right? Read it one more time. Come on.
Whoso feared the Lord shall direct his friendship aright.
Go ahead.
For as he is.
For as what?
For as he is.
For as he is. So the Father is telling you to be around godly people. If you're a godly man or a godly woman, we shouldn't be surrounding ourselves. And mind you, I'm not speaking about associates. You got people that you got to work with. Yeah. Listen, even family members. We understand this, but you shouldn't have this tight clutch to a person that's opposite of you. Right? The scriptures give us good understanding how to even cause a person to even check the way that they're moving if they're out the spirit. Right? To show them that, listen, the way that you're going is not the way. Unfortunately, a lot of us are trying to trim our ways, or you try to give an excuse for the person and how they act. And that's not how we're supposed to actually deal with them if they're walking outside the spirit. Read it again. Come on.
Whoso feareth the Lord shall direct his friendship aright.
Go ahead.
For as he is.
For as he is, go ahead.
So shall his neighbor be also.
That's the point. So shall his neighbor be also. Why? What is the Father saying? Go to Ecclesiasticus. Where we at? I want the godly man. Right?
Con.
Right. It says, as he is or as she is, so shall his neighbor be also. Right? The Father wants us around individuals that's going to influence us the proper way.
Come.
Right? Just a few scriptures on dealing with this friend. And I want somebody else to give me Psalms 119 and 63.
Come.
Right? Let's read this. Come on.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 37, verse 12.
Ecclesiastes 37 and verse 12. Read.
But be continually with a godly man.
That's what it says. The Father says, be continually with a godly what?
A godly man.
I don't know if y'all watch TV, man. It is horrendous acts going on out there in the world. Right? It was a newly rapper that was killed, S.O.W, right? S.O.W, TF gang out of Houston, Texas, right? Which is, I guess that was developed by Sauce Walker. You ever heard Sauce Walker? Right?
Done.
I forget what he says. So, whatever little thing he says. Ooh-wee. Right? His ooh-wee self went to Memphis, and his artist got killed in broad daylight. He got shot in the leg. Because why? That young man had some type of issue with somebody. Right? They don't know the details, but the point is that look what happened. By associating yourself with somebody that's been doing foolishness. Right? He might not have been actively doing it, but best believe his spirit was not with the Father.
God.
Right? When you talking about syrup and drugs and all these different things, I don't care if it's your cousin or your mama, man, you better stay away. You better say hi and goodbye. Why? Because you never know when the Father's going to do what? Come and touch somebody. Right? You don't want to be at the wrong place at the right time. Read it again. Come on.
But be continually with a godly man.
Go ahead.
Whom thou knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord.
Why does the Most High want us to be with somebody that keeps the commandments of God? Why is that important? Read.
Whose mind is according to thy mind.
Right, so they're going to be in the same frequency as you. Hive mind. You're trying to stay away from the foul food. They're trying to stay away from the foul food. You're trying to cause yourself to be less distracted in the world. They're wanting and desiring to be less distracted. Man, girl, I'm off of Snapchat. Man, you know what? I need to get off of Snapchat too because it's all superficial. All we do is take what? Photos that really ain't us. And stop playing. See, America wants you to keep playing in this fake, false reality, right? That's why they got all these filters, you got your blush popping. That's not you! You're catfishing low-key. Right?
Right.
The Most High said, be with somebody that's like-minded. Go ahead.
And will sorrow with thee.
And will do what?
Sorrow with thee.
And will sorrow with you. When what? Go ahead.
If thou shalt miscarry.
Right, if you now mess up, you slip. The world, let's say you try to go and vent to somebody that really isn't in tune with the word, they look at you like, why are you even so mad about that for? They don't even have a shoulder to really understand or to give you to understand where you're coming from. Y'all see this? So the Most High is trying to get you around people that are like-minded to where now you actually have some strength to go to whenever you might fall or you might slip up into some type of temptation, lust, right? To where you actually got some meaningful counsel. I mean, you know what? Let me ask you, how did you get into that situation? Oh, that's where you messed up right there. You got to cut that person out, right? You got to cut that. You got to stop watching music videos on YouTube, right? Got you in your lust now. Now you in the street walking up and down, looking crazy. Go ahead.
And let the counsel of thine own heart stand.
That's it on that. But showing is that the Father wants us to be around a godly man and a godly woman. One more scripture, Psalms 119:63. And actually, we'll do one more, James 4:4. So are we getting a little bit of understanding just about friends? And mind you, there's a lot more, right? But I just want to give you a few scriptures because really a friend, especially if you say that you believe in the Most High, right? You're trying to follow his ways. Listen, a friend is a person that follows the laws and commandments. Right? You may have an associate, you may have, fellow employees that you work with, but at the end of the day, we should be gathering around like-minded people. right?
Nah.
We had this one guy. Listen, we was hitting this guy so hard on the job. It was Esau. He asked, man, if we can go bowling with him. He was like, man, can I get your number? I want to go bowling with you. Not with me, Esau. I'm going bowling with the bros.
Right.
You know what I mean? But the point is that it was motivational for him and what we were telling him about staying clean. He said he was four months clean off of meth.
Oh, wow.
This man's he was a hard druggie. Young man at that. You know, but we said the same thing. You gotta watch out what company you keep. You know, because that's where it starts at. You know, then it's hard to fight off that demon. What's that one movie where he had like 4 different personalities?
That's
Split. You had Split, and then you had, what was the other one? Beast or?
Yeah.
Beast, right?
It was big.
Beast, no, hey, that was a good movie. Y'all gotta watch Split.
He had a little child or something like that.
He had a little child, he had the old woman, he had the little player. Man, but that's the point though, is that we have demons within us that we gotta destroy. Those thought processes, but if you're going around people that now excites that spirit, man, you causing yourself to fall quick. Yeah, so Glass, that's what it was. I think it was Split was the first one. I think Glass was the second one. Right, it's a sequel. Right, so let's read this. Come
on. Psalms chapter 119 and verse 63.
Psalms chapter 119 and verse 63. Let's read this.
I am a companion of all them that fear the Lord.
Go ahead.
And of them that keep thy precepts.
There you go. So we see now this godly man is saying that I'm a companion, I'm a friend of those that keep the law. But why? It's because we're both going to be doing the right thing.
God.
Come on, man. The Bible says do not be unequally yoked with unbelievers. But what do? And a lot of men and women, I'm going to change them. Yeah, all right. Let's see. Right? A lot of women, I'm going to change that man. You know, he a drug dealer, and you think what? Oh, man, I'm going to get Renfro right. Man, Renfro ain't going to get right. Renfro going to do what he want to do.
Right.
But you, huh?
He gonna get shot. He gonna get you shot.
There you go, man. Renfro gonna get everybody shot.
God.
He walk around with bulletproof vests. Are you serious? I don't feel safe. Right? You gotta switch up cars weekly. That's unfortunate. Like, that's not the lifestyle. You see how the Fed's hitting everybody?
Oh, yeah.
Your phone is tapped. Listen, there was a brother here in Ontario that's from the city, right? As they call it, the city.
Yeah.
He's from the city, but he got caught in Ontario with 2,600 fentanyl pills. Ask me how he got caught.
How he got caught?
How he get caught? I got you. He got caught by what? Selling to a federal agent. Because he thought he was good, selling pistols. He wasn't selling the fentanyl. He got caught with 14 weapons. 2,600 fentanyl. Mind you, he's a what, third offender? He was a cat that was running from the police 2 years ago.
Yeah, high speed.
Can't get right. Can't get right.
God.
But a lot of our people do what? You want to be right amongst them. And you get caught up. Man, so many examples about the company that you keep. There's a brother in the school. Unfortunately, his cousin was killed. Why? The man took one of his baby mom's car, right? I want y'all to follow me on this one. The brother took one of the mother of his child's vehicle. Mind you, she gave him permission. But guess what? There was he was in there with this new boo. So what did she do when she found out? What did she do when she found out that her new boo or that her ex was in the car with a new boo?
What she do?
Man, what she do? She reported the car stolen.
Damn.
So they're down in Buffalo. The place is dirty now. He's thinking he's good, probably spending some money, probably go get something to eat, a little something to sip on. What happened? Whoop, 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 whoop. Flash him. Guess what he does? You thought he pulled over? What seems to be the problem, officer? He sped on down the road. Listen, he wrapped his car around a tree. They both died.
Damn.
He died, and his wife, Rib at the time, his wife, and she was pregnant. They both died. It's like, who are you getting caught up with? Do you know who you with? Do you know them? Do you know the history? You might have an insane killer. You seen the movies? What was the one movie we just watched where he was a serial killer, but he came home like everything was cool, and he was ready to kill his wife?
Damn.
Because she the one. I can't tell you. I don't want to tell the movie. It was a good show. But that's the point, though. Do you know who you're next to? Because there's consequences. The scripture just said in Psalms 119:66, right?
63.
63. He says, what? Read it again.
I am a companion of all them
Right.
that fear the Lord.
There you go. I'm with those that fear the Lord.
God.
I need my mind to be ordered right. I need brothers and sisters to lead me down the right path.
God.
I don't need to be caught up on a drug bust.
God.
Right? I don't need to be caught up. I'm looking behind me. That car's still following me.
Right.
I don't want to look behind my back.
Trap.
Right? I don't want to have to. Yeah, it's called Trap. Y'all gotta watch that. Good movie. I don't want to have to. I gotta now tug on my gun now. I gotta keep my gun holstered. We had a brother like that. Kept the gun. What you got the gun for? I got so many men got out the car one night and shot the window up. Bah! Shot the window up. What you got going on to where you gotta hold the gun? You a godly man. What's going on? Y'all see this? Man. And it's not only just the friends, it's also the communication that's going out into your mind. Right? Like it says, evil communication corrupt good manners. What music are you listening to? Right? What do you put into your spirit to where now that's what you operate in? A lot of our brothers and sisters listen to this trap music. You listen to drill music. You listen to, I'm talking about music that's just deadly. Right? And now you're embodying that spirit now. You being overtaken. You don't even trap, but you walk around like you trap. You calling cats twin. What up, twin? Twin? YNs call cats twin.
Oh, man.
Where'd you get this term twin from? Right? Because the people that they're not entertaining. So read it one more time and we'll jump to that James 4:4. That'll be it. Come on.
I am a companion of all them that fear the Lord.
Go ahead.
And of them that keep thy precepts.
Yeah, there you go. And them that keep the precepts. Right? A true friend is going to keep the law of God. A true friend is going to lead you on the right path. A true friend of God is going to correct you when necessary and show you about the flaws and defects that you have. That's where a lot of our people are messed up, even in the truth. You still come back with this worldly mentality thinking that nobody's going to tell you about yourself. Yes, sis, there's a few things that you lack at. Yes, brother, there's a few things that you lack at. It doesn't mean that you're less than thou. No, that just means that you have to work on yourself. You're different from everybody else. Your job will tell you that. Do you draw blood? Okay, you don't draw blood. I'm trying to think what you might do. Temperature, okay. Do you do any type of ointment? Do you do like a lidocaine? Yeah. There you go. You might even put lidocaine on the wrong digit. Or you might inject something. Man, I seen something, they injected, it was I don't know if it was lidocaine, they injected something into the toe, but it cut off the circulation to the toe.
Damn.
You gotta switch it off with a cold compress, some other drugs to now release the blood flow in the toe so you don't have to cut it off. But the point is that, well, what if that happens and you do slip? Listen, you can't do that, this and that. What you gonna do, cry? Don't tell me, I don't need to hear that. Our people don't want to receive correction, right? So that they can learn how to walk the right way. Let's read, come on.
James chapter 4, verse 4.
James 4:4, read.
Ye adulterers.
Ye what?
Ye adulterers.
So the Most High is very, as the scripture says, jealous. The scriptures does say that the Most High is a jealous God. He wants our attention and he wants our loyalty, right? Just like you do. God wants your loyalty. He wants you now to follow his ways. Read it again.
Ye adulterers.
Go ahead.
And adulterers.
And adulteresses, so men and women that are unfaithful in your partnership. You rather choose to now hang out with Beelzebub, these demons, right? The night walkers. That's like the thing in the world now. It's all about being a demon. It's all about Hellcats and Black Miles.
Yeah.
And Don Julio. Like, come on, Don Julio ain't even all that, man. I never even had it like that, but they just walk around with a little mini bottle. What is that?
It's associated with murder.
Right. Is it really?
Yeah.
There you go.
No, it's associated with murder. Just it got popular again, only because that's the bottle. The rapper was named Julio.
Yeah.
And the other rapper, Young and Ace, killed him. But he's not saying that he killed him, but he's rapping about the fact that he basically killed him. And then he's putting all these Don Julio bottles in his music video in mockery of that brother's death.
All because it's Julio.
Yeah, and I guess some guy in New York made a little funny song with it too, something like that. Yeah, some guy made a track. Some guy made a track off the Don Julio too to make it funny. So that the murder part sparked the funny part, and it's all back popular again.
Look at that. Wow, man. Murder culture. I think it's cool. All right, read that again.
James chapter 4, verse 4.
Go ahead.
Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world.
So the Most High says the friendship of the world, which means that you dedicate your time, right? You dedicate your money more to these men and women that believe not on the word. Go ahead.
Know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with God?
The Most High said it's enmity with God, which means you're an enemy. Look at the word enmity. It's enmity with the Father. It's enmity with the Father.
God.
Go ahead.
Enmity. A state of opposition.
A state of what?
Opposition.
Right. So you're now in a state of opposition with the Father. Right?
God.
Read it again. Ooh, I got one too. Go ahead.
A state of opposition.
Ooh.
Deep-rooted hatred.
Deep-rooted what?
Hatred.
The Most High said he now hates this individual. Deep-rooted hatred. Right? He got a problem.
God.
Because you're moving in the fashion of somebody that's not loyal. I mean, you know how that is. When somebody says that they're a friend, but they move strangely, you start getting suspicious.
God.
Their motives. What they got going on? What did I do to them for them to treat me like this? You start taking personal. Right? Don't want to say something crazy. You might get ready to swing. What else you got for that?
Enmity. Hostility and ill will towards God.
And what?
Ill will towards God.
Go ahead.
As opposed to being in a state of friendship or harmony.
There you go. Your mindset is now opposite. So you have an ill will. You fight against the Father.
God.
Instead of now understanding the way that he wants you to be. Who he wants you to be around. All right, this is our problem. This is Israel's problem. We think we know everything. But this is why now our life is hard. Because we choose to be around the people of the world rather than gathering around with brothers and sisters. And that's why the class that we're going over, and I want to get into it, is group economics, why it's very important. Right? And how our enemies have caused us to not look at the things the Most High showed us in the beginning. Right? We don't look at it as a favorable thing. We look at it as something negative. You trying to control me. Right? So we're going into this term called group economics. Write this down.
God.
Write it down. Group economics. Yes.
We done with the scriptures?
Yeah, that was it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Group economics. Group. Economics. ECON. ECONOMICS. Group economics. Has anybody heard of group economics? Group economics. Right? And we're going to go into this. The definition. Group economics refers to the collective economic strategy. So this is now economic. This is now money. We're talking about money. We're talking about development. We're talking about power. We're talking about influence. All right? So it refers to the collective economic strategy where individuals within a specific group, so that's i.e. Israelites, individuals within a specific group often tied by shared identity, right? We all Hebrew Israelites, 12 tribes, right? Do or die. Tied by shared identity, culture, or interest, right? It says pool resources. So you're now bringing in resources. You collaborate. It says, and invest together to achieve mutual financial Actually, I'll do you like this. Let me see if I can get it on the screen. Oh, I can't get it on the screen, can I? To show you the, if you can get it up there for him. He'll show you this definition.
Up here?
Yeah, he's gonna get on real quick. If you can. But I'll run it back. I know you might not get everything, but if you are writing it down, I'll repeat it. Group economics refers to the collective economic strategy where individuals within a specific group, often tied by shared identity, culture, or interest, pool resources, collaborate, and invest together to achieve mutual, financial, and social benefits. So what is it talking about? It's talking about coming together to make things move. Right? Development within the body. And it's no different from you see a lot of brothers, man, on YouTube, and I put $100 here every month with 5 guys, and we end up buying what? Rental property. Because they had the same mutual interest in what? And now buying a property to now flip it to get more. Right? So it took what? It took a little bit of dedication, and it took a little bit of selfless behavior. Right? So this is group economics, which is about what? Increasing together. No different from the nation of Israel and what we're doing now. This is group economics in a sense, in regards of us coming together and building upon the foundation of the Bible to now increase in these other areas, right? Increasing our ministry, increasing our brotherhood, all right? Group economics, but it goes into in regards about finances as well. Right? Because one thing about our people, when it comes to finances, man, when it comes to money, Negroes get funny. Right? Negroes get funny. It's like if you can't see exactly where the money at right then and there, you got a problem.
Right.
But we're gonna show biblically that the Father always instilled group economic principles within us. Y'all see that? Group economic principles. To where we cared about each other. We cared about the vision that was now in front of us that we were going to fulfill. We were now going to put our brick in to make sure that it happens. Right? So we're going to go to Deuteronomy chapter 15 and verse 7 first. To show that the Most High did construct, He did design collective prosperity. He wanted everybody to be good. And this is why when you hear brothers and sisters say that I don't need a camp, I don't need to congregate, that is not a biblical mindset. That's not even a biblical standard. That ain't in the Bible. It is, but it's not looked at in the right way. It's looked at now in a negative way. It ain't positive to say that I don't need nobody. And if that mind jumps on you, just know you got demons. That's Satan. And we're going to get to that. The Most High has designed Israel to be collectively, He wanted us to collectively prosper. But what does America want to do? One man's Jay-Z, the next man bottom barrel. Right? Like you got Jay-Z, and then you have, what's the other rapper that just came out? He just came back, Young L.A.? Young L.A. was in a bad spot. But that's the gap. It's like, man, Jay-Z doesn't worry about people underneath him. It's about keeping that wealth, and that's how you know Jay-Z does not have the Spirit of God on him. I don't care how much money he got.
Right.
His mindset is skewed. You got all that money, and you mean to tell me you can't create anything in the city of New York or anywhere in the United States to help your people? Please don't tell me about the basketball arena. Don't tell me about that. That's still taken from us. What has that done for the community? Except remove certain buildings and certain areas that may have been like landmarks back in the 30s that we don't know about. Right? So again, group economics goes into shared idea, culture, interests that pools together resources, collaborates, and invests together. Investing, man. Investing. So let's go biblically to see how the Father was always about group economics, us coming together. Not that old solo dolo. I'm good all by myself. I got to get the bag for my own family. Let's see if that's what the Bible promotes. Let's read. Come on.
Deuteronomy chapter 15, verse 7.
Right, Deuteronomy chapter 15 and verse 7. Read.
If there be among you.
If there be what?
Among you.
So this is a law. This is a law that we have to observe. I want y'all to hear this nice and clear. This is a cold few verses. Because it's going to show you something even about the spirit that's amongst us and that will be amongst us. Keep reading, come on.
A poor man.
If you see a what?
A poor man.
If you see a poor man amongst you, somebody that lacks, somebody that is in need, go ahead.
Of one of thy brethren.
Of one of what?
Thy brethren.
We were supposed to look out for our people.
God.
Black folks always want to do what Oprah does. Go to Africa.
Right.
I get it. Our people are scattered. But she ain't going over there helping no Israelites. She's helping her pockets, and she was helping Jeffrey Epstein do what he had to do. Y'all heard about that with Oprah? The girls' school, they was being bartered off. I think we talked about that, right, a little bit?
Yeah.
But the point is that, what are you doing here, Oprah? Oh, everybody get a free car? Everybody gets a free laptop? No, Oprah. We need to learn how to balance a checkbook.
Right.
We need to learn how to save.
God.
We need to learn how to now to collaborate to bring our funds together to now create something that our children could benefit off of.
God.
We just starting to get on life insurance. We're just starting to get on life insurance. And that's been something of the past that the white man's been on. Listen, he hides money in life insurance. Y'all know about that? That's how the mafia was getting down. Hiding their funds. Life, and we finally, you got your cousin that knows about life insurance, whole life insurance, right? Put it on your kids, and now you can actually pull on it, I think maybe like, what, 3 years or a certain amount of time? 5 years, something like that?
After you got enough accrued in the account,
Yeah.
you can withdraw on it, but you gotta pay it back with your own. You become your own bank because the money that's in there, your money forever.
There you go.
And you can, as long as it keep growing,
Right.
it's your money.
But-
You can go out and buy a new car, but you gotta pay yourself back instead of paying the bank back like 30%.
There you go.
Whatever. You pay yourself back like, I think it's like 2% or something. It's a low percentage on your own money.
Right.
Because you the bank now. It's your money.
But we didn't learn this, right? Our parents, a lot of our parents didn't learn these tactics of how now to have generational wealth.
God.
Right? What do we get? We get generational bills. You thought Papa had it. And you get hit with that funeral bill now. And you questioning yourself, man, you gonna get a regular funeral? Or I gotta make your ashes. You fighting. What you got?
Remember when I was like, had to be like 15, 14,
Right.
and I get like these you heard of Figure Hut, right?
I heard back in the day when you get your credit right, you can buy things right.
Man, that's
That's old school.
That's to get like Figure Hut bills in the mail. Like, what is this?
Right. Oh, right. Somebody done bought something on Fingerhut.
Gold chains, like, huh? Like, you know, I found myself in debt with them until I was like almost like 25.
Is it something that you bought?
Nah, it was
Right.
just stuff that was coming in. And I'm like, I'm telling them, I'm like, okay. So if you go into the system, how long was I in debt for?
Right.
He was in debt back in 1989, something like that. And I'm just like, I was still living with my mom's, man. You know.
Right.
Are you sure? Like, yeah. I was, underage, under 18. You know, y'all been hitting me up since I was a teenager. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And somehow got me your system messing my credit up. Yeah, you know, as you can say, I was moving bad credit. You know, because of somebody, I don't know who.
Oh man, it got you.
Yeah.
You was scammed at an early age, right? You was the young child with a light bill in your name, right?
Yeah.
You know, but this is the point though. It's like, right? We don't understand. We haven't comprehended how to take care of our own. Right? And this is why this is in the law. So the Most High gives us the way that we should walk, move, think. And this is one of them. Read it again from the top. We're going to read all the way down to 11. Come on.
Deuteronomy chapter 15, verse 7.
Go ahead.
If there be among you a poor man of one of thy brethren
one of thy brethren, read.
within any of thy gates.
Right, they always want you to now, every time you check out somewhere, donate some cash here or there. Man, please, next.
Right.
I ain't donating nothing. Go ahead.
In thy gates, land which the Lord thy God giveth thee.
Go ahead, and I like it says within thy gates, who you're amongst, the people that you see. Raise them up. Support them, but they want us to support people in Somalia.
Right.
We don't know where the money going to. Bags the riches. They have been looking good, eating good, man. We still out here what? Getting eviction notices. Right? Turning off the lights. Don't know how we're going to turn it back on. Trying to pull this fund, that fund. We sweating. Go ahead.
Thou shalt not harden thy heart.
Right, man, like it's sickening. Like, what's his name? Ja Rule just went to, where did he go to? Was it in Ghana? He went somewhere. Ja Rule just invested money into a school. It's like, Ja Rule, bro, what about the people from your homeland? Your city? You invest in everywhere else except where it needs to be. What do you invest in? It was sick. I couldn't even watch that. I said, Ja, I know this is fake. I know this is fake. Yeah, I knew it was in Ghana. It's education in Ghana. And mind you, I know our people are out there. The point is this still. He's still not doing it behind the spirit of supporting his people. Keep reading, come on.
No, nor shalt thou nor shut thy hand from thy poor brother.
There you go. We're supposed to now admonish him. We're supposed to give him what he needs. Do y'all see this? I like this because the Most High wants collective prosperity. If you know a brother don't have no food at the house, what are you supposed to do? Give him some food. Right? Listen, try to go to the grocery store and put something together for him. Right? Listen, loan him a few duckies, man. Because the Father tells us who to help. And he always reiterates it back in the word. Keep reading.
But thou shalt open thy hand wide unto him.
You see that? God says you're going to do this. You're not going to do the whoop-de-doo, look around, right? I don't see you. Now, mind you, I'm not saying to help now these drug addicts.
Right.
I'm not saying now to help people that you know that's not really down. The Bible also gives you that wisdom too. Let's go there real quick, just so I know, brother and sister, I know that y'all are new. I want to give you the balance of the scriptures. The Most High tells us who to help. You see, I'm not helping a dope fiend now. I'm not supporting your habit, your cigarette habit. Hey, can you spare $5? Nah, I gotta give you some water. Oh, don't worry about it. Oh, that's how I know you got demons on you. That's why I know you have ulterior motive when I drop this 5 in your hand. Talking about you don't need to ask me. Man, don't ask me then.
Right.
If I can't ask you, don't ask me then. I remember Cat got me like that on Monroe. I said, bro, the audacity. That's why the Most High said he hates a poor and prideful man. Our people got to let go of that spirit. But go to, I think it's Ecclesiastes 28. Oh, no, it's 12. Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse, right at verse 1. Both this Deuteronomy, we're jumping right back. Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 1. In regards about this group economics, we're dealing with the law, Deuteronomy chapter 15 and verse 7, about that poor man within thy gates, right? Open your hand wide unto him. Give him what he needs. It's not saying, give him $1,000, but man, can you at least give him a bite to eat? Give him a bite to eat. Man, I seen a brother, man, that he used to be in a congregation back in Houston years ago. I seen him. He made bad decisions. He rejected the hand of counsel for him to go into another city. He battled addiction, right? We cleaned him up for a little bit, but he ended up going back to the foolishness. Brother been through a lot of heartache and pain. And I seen him, and I'm like, bro, what can I, man, let me get you something to eat, man. Got him something to eat, and he went on by his way because he loved the streets. 2 years later, 2 to the chest, left him dead. You cold, Lugo? Try to eat a little bit out. But read that. Where we at?
Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 and verse 1.
Ecclesiastes 12 and verse 1. Go ahead.
When thou will do good.
When you will do good, just like the Father is commanding us to do in Deuteronomy 15. When it's now commanded of you to do good, read.
Know to whom thou doest it.
There you go. You better know who you doing it to. Right? Is this person using the money the proper way? Right? Is this person really going to appreciate what I'm giving him? Or is this person now just going to do what? Use and abuse it. Mishandle it. Read it again.
When thou wilt do good, know to whom thou doest.
Read.
So shalt thou be thanked for thy benefits.
There you go. You don't have to just give to everybody that asks.
God.
You need to examine first. Yes.
Man, I wish we had this this type of knowledge when we was in wisdom, because when I was in the Christian church,
Right.
all they had for us was a hope and a prayer.
There you go.
Right.
They had all that money,
Yeah.
right? And they couldn't even, pay your light bill.
God.
Right? Or even, listen, let's be real. Think about Joel Osteen during the time of Hurricane Harvey in Houston. He had that big arena that he did not open the doors. He didn't have any food drives or anything for the people that suffered. He kept the doors closed, right? Yes.
Speaking of which, I don't know if you heard that, I guess they were doing like reconstruction of the church or something like that.
Okay.
And somebody must have
Oh, the money.
in the walls
I
and the
remember that.
bathroom. They said it
Yeah.
was like millions of dollars.
Yeah, they say something. Yeah, they
Damn.
said checks and stuff. Yeah, that was about a year ago or one of those. But they said it was like somebody stealing. Man, listen, who knows? That sounds like a story off of that one movie, Street Kings, right? Where you had Keanu Reeves.
They broke the wall.
He broke that wall.
Yeah.
All that money up in there. Yeah, Joel Osteen. Sheep's clothing. That's his clothing line. There should be sheep's and wolves and sheep's clothing. But the point is like, man, when your people are in need, are you doing what the law says?
God.
So it says, do good unto the godly, right? Read verse 2 again.
God.
Or did you even get to verse 2?
I didn't get the verse yet.
Read verse 2, come on.
Come. Do good to the godly man,
Go ahead.
and thou shalt find a recompense.
But do you hear that? It says to who?
Godly man.
Yeah, to a godly man. No different from Tobit. When you go to Tobit in the Apocrypha, it says to one of your brethren that knows the Lord.
God.
So a godly man. Not the people that's just, just floating around the city,
Right.
hit you with a sign, on bad luck, just need a beer.
Right.
Man, listen, you need to get it together. You've been out here for too long. I know there's jobs out there. You're not even going to the workforce. And mind you, Rochester, you know that there's places that you can go now and live.
God.
You can go to the Salvation Army.
Yep.
You can get some shelter here and there, and then they'll do what? They'll get you an apartment if you do the rules the right way.
God.
But a lot of our people want to do what? They want to, what do they call it? Pandering around, or it's definitely panhandling, but it's like pandering the streets. They love that street life. Go ahead.
Do good to the godly man,
Go ahead.
and thou shalt find a recompense.
Go ahead.
And if not from him, yet from the Most High.
You see that? So the Most High looks down on your action, right?
God.
To say, man, you know what? I appreciate your charity, right? If the brother can't pay you back, the Lord will.
God.
He'll double it somewhere else, right?
God.
We had a brother give a little testimony. It was one Sabbath, 2 Sabbaths ago, one Sabbath. He was like, he gave some money here, or he did something, and the Most High came back and hit him with like a bonus on his check. Marcus,
Yep.
right? How the Most High, according to Ecclesiastes 37, I think 11, where he says he'll give you 7 times of what you give. The word is true.
God.
Especially if you invest it in the right areas.
Yeah.
And that's the point of this class. Where are you investing not only your money, where are you investing your talent? Where are you investing your time?
God.
And the Most High is saying you should be focused on the godly.
God.
Those that are trying to do the right thing. Those that are trying to recover the decayed state of our people. Right?
God.
Keep reading. It says, if not from him, go ahead.
Yet from the Most High.
The Most High got you. Read.
There can no good come to him
Go ahead.
that is always occupied in evil.
There you go. If Uncle Ruckus, Uncle Boo Boo is up to that foolishness, man, listen.
God.
There's no good that can come to him if he's occupied in evil. Read.
Nor to him that giveth no alms.
There you go. Nor to a person that's not considerate.
Yep.
That's now trying to help the ministry.
God.
That's trying to invest in the Father with his plan. Everybody want to do the 401k plan of the world instead of investing in the 401k of the Father. Invest spiritually. Invest spiritually. Go ahead.
to the godly man.
Give to who?
The godly man.
Straight to the point. Give to the godly man. Go ahead.
And help not a sinner.
And help not who?
A sinner.
I didn't write it. The Bible says help not a sinner, so we got to be very mindful of who we give to. So let's jump back because it aligns right with the law in Deuteronomy chapter 15 on who now to help, who now to to admonish, right? So let's read this. Let's jump back to who had Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy chapter 15 and verse 8. Come on.
Deuteronomy chapter 15 verse 8.
Read.
But thou shalt open thy hand wide unto him.
Yeah, a lot of times, man, it says you're going to open your hand wide. When brothers and sisters ask, what happened? You act like you can't hear. Like you got hearing aids. You acting like you didn't see the text. When brothers and sisters said, we need a little help, $5 will help. I'm going to do like Marvin Sapp, send 20. I ain't going to lock the doors, though. I ain't going to lock the doors, but I'm send 20, please. Marvin Sapp was off the chain for that. He was off the chain. I don't know what got into him. Right? He went to Tiny's desk and snapped after that. He was wearing Louis V, the real Louis.
Oh, wow.
He wearing that real Louis. You know, we got that artificial. Right? Never would have made it. Hey, that song speak though, don't it?
Yeah.
You know, but the point is that, you know, I get it, you know, because the church does need help. You know, and I'm speaking for the churches of the truth. Right? Of Israel. We need to support. We need, you know, like I said, it's not only money. It's not only money. You gonna say something? You right?
Oh, lie.
Who had it in? Let's read. Come on. Read that again.
Verse 8.
Come on.
But thou shalt open thy hand wide unto him, and shalt surely lend him sufficient for his need.
There you go. You're gonna give him what he needs. Right? You're gonna lend, you're gonna give him generously. Go ahead.
And that which he wanted.
And that what?
He wanted.
And the things that he needs or wants. Right? If it's money, if it's some food, mine's just a godly man. Right? He just needs a little help. He might need a job. Man, listen, I'll work. You got some work for me. You know what? I do got an opening position. Let's work on this. Go ahead.
Beware that there be not a thought in thy wicked heart.
Right? Don't have that wicked mindset. Read it again.
Beware that there be there be not a thought in thy wicked heart.
Yeah, don't let there be a wicked thought in your mind. Go ahead.
Saying that the seventh year, the year of release, is at hand.
Right, so we had in Israel on that 7th year, if a person owes you money, you did what? You washed your hands of. You know what? It is what it is. He's not going to pay me back. He doesn't have to. So he's saying, don't be in that mindset to say, you know what? He's not going to pay me back. I'm good. I'm not going to loan it to him because I know he might pull a fast one on me. Y'all see that? So we have to now even look at our brother in need with a pure outlook. Come on now. Y'all see this? With a pure outlook. Go ahead.
And thine eye be evil against thy poor brother.
You see that? At least your eye be evil. You have now that suspicion. You have now that negative outlook. Oh, you just playing, man. Right? You know you should be doing better. Right? Go ahead.
And thou givest him not.
Yeah, and you refuse to loan. You refuse to give it to him. Go ahead.
And he cried unto the Lord.
And he does what?
He cried unto the Lord against thee.
Go ahead. It says against thee. Because we probably done punked him. Probably done joked on him. No, you ain't going to do right by this. Right? Not knowing that he really needed it. Again, we're not talking about the sinner. Right? We're talking about the godly man. Just request. Listen, man, what can y'all give? Right? I need a few dollars. Man, don't even worry about it. Here you go. Right? Go ahead.
And it be sin.
I mean, and that's the point of really alms when you go into it. That's a whole different class about alms. Alms was meant for the people. Right? And we're going to go we're going to touch it a little bit tonight. We may not get there. But the alms that were given to the priest, let's be more specific. The alms and money that was given to Christ, they redistributed back to the people in need. No different from the church in Acts. When they had sufficient, when they were good, they were now able to do what? Redistribute the money that was given to them back to other people. Remember, the temple, the church had widows and they had the childless. So they had people that they had to now take care of.
Gone.
Y'all see that? So the money actually was to a benefit. Unfortunately, when your reserves is on zero, you can't give to nobody. You can't shoot nobody at quick two, and I got you back. You know? We got a brother, man, every time he want to give money, or he needs money to give him a few dollars, I'm going to throw you back 150. It's like, bro, I'm good. Just give me what you owe, dog. Just give back what you owe. You don't got to worry about the extra. Keep that for yourself, because you be going through it. You going through it, dog. You know, so we see is that the Father had a purpose for us looking at each other in this charitable mindset. Right? Go ahead.
And it be sin unto thee.
You hear that? It's sin now when you deny a brother or sister help. Read.
Thou shalt surely give him, and thy heart shall.
And I'm going to keep saying it. I'm talking about a godly man, a godly woman. I'm talking about the wicked now. Y'all see this? And then you also, there's nothing wrong with counseling to understand what decision to make. Before any enterprise, counsel. Go ahead.
Thou shalt surely give him, and thy heart shall not be great grieved.
Great grief. Go ahead.
When thou givest unto him.
There you go. So when you do give, you should now be what? Upset.
Yep.
Like, oh, I got off this 50. Man, you got about 20 more 50s in there, man. Stop playing. Stop playing. Go ahead. Israel, I'm trying to tell you, when it comes to money, Israel gets funny. What they doing with the money? Man, what you think we doing? What you think? We trying to pay bills, the highlight bill, the rent, right? Like, brothers must think we get 10K a month. Man, we don't even make rent. We got to get out there and get it. Right? Go ahead.
Because that for this thing, the Lord thou give, thou God shall bless thee.
You hear that?
In all thy works.
You hear that? The Most High will bless you for all your works. Right? The Most High will give unto you. Let's go there real quick for that precept for brothers online and for brothers and sisters in class at Ecclesiastes, I believe it's 13 or 17, one of those two. 7 times. Give with the cheerful eye. Give me that one. And mind you, we're just going over this first portion, which is collective prosperity. The Most High designed us all to be taken care of, right? There was this cycle, there was this system of caring one for another so that nobody was left behind. Y'all see that? Nobody was embarrassed, and that's another thing with our people. A lot of our people are embarrassed or ashamed to even ask for help. When that was, that calamity is upon you for you to do that. It causes someone to be humble to ask for help. You gotta be humble to ask for help. And it's gonna say it further in the verse. I'm gonna show you. The Most High creates these moments for multiple things to happen. Humility of the person to actually ask, and also the care, right, to now be exercised in this brother or sister's spirit to give. You gotta care to give. So where we at? Ecclesiastes what?
35 and 2.
Ecclesiastes 35. Ecclesiastes chapter 35 and verse 10. Is everybody with me? Any questions so far? Right. Let's read verse. Yeah, you can read verse 10 right to the point.
Ecclesiastes chapter 35, verse 10.
Come on.
Give unto the Most High according as he hath enriched.
There you go. And that's the point. When you give to your brother or your sister or the ministry, you're giving to the Father. Now, listen, I know you got a lot of pastors, a lot of churches that misuse those funds. We're not talking about them. We're not talking about the wolves. We're talking about those that are sincere, right? And mind you, this class isn't about money. It's about what having a group economic mindset, thinking about the body, thinking about brothers and sisters, thinking about the nation. Let's keep reading. Go ahead.
And as thou hast gotten,
right,
give with a cheerful eye.
Do you see that? The Most High says, give according to what he's enriched you. That's the point. You know, when everybody beg you, how when I get some money, I'm going to do this or that. And what happened? You renege. You fall back. Yeah, how when I get that back, man, listen, I'm about to, everybody going to be set up. About to set it off. And as soon as you get it, you go like, ooh, I got this bill. You know what? I'm not going to be able to do it this time. And that's why it'd be the last time for you to get a bag. That's the last time you're going to get a bag, guys. Because you didn't do what you said you was going to do with it. Right? So read it again. Keep reading. Go ahead. Verse 11. It says, what the Father has enriched thee, give with a cheerful eye. Be happy to give. Go ahead. Just like 50 Cent and Oprah and all these people give millions of dollars away to frivolous things, right? To garbage charities that just promote what? Homosexuality, transgenderism, like Black Lives Matter. All that money that they done got, you don't even hear nothing about them no more. All you hear about is the houses that they got and the divorces that they went through. Yeah, because everybody's coked up, having a good time now off of the money that was given for what? A false hope and a false reality that movement was going on. Give unto the godly and see it recompense back to you. Go ahead.
For the Lord recompense.
Right, so you hear that? For God gives back, he recompense. Go ahead.
And will give thee 7 times as much.
Do you hear that? He'll give you 7 times as much. Nobody's asking what's your bank account information and how much you make every 2 weeks. Listen, just help.
Right.
Give time. Listen, even your time, the Father recompenses. You giving your talent, he recompenses. Do y'all see this?
God.
He'll now stir your spirit up to where you start to now what? You start to now know more scriptures, right? Then memorize. You just flick it off at the top of the tongue, right? So it says, verse 11, read it again.
For the Lord recompenseth and will give thee 7 times as much.
Right, you hear that? He'll give you 7 times. I love this scripture. These are scriptures that I live off of. I'm like, man, this is the motivation to do it the Father's way. Because it works. I'm a testament of it. Right? Of how the Father operates. A lot of us don't know how the Spirit of God works, but he's showing us here. Jump back to Deuteronomy 15. Just to show us that this Spirit was continually throughout the scriptures. We were supposed to take care of one another. The brother and sister that was in our gates. And we've done it many a times, and we done brought people in from the streets to live. Right? The brother that I was talking about that got shot twice, they seen him in New Orleans, Israelite. He ended up coming back and gave him a place to stay, cleaned him up. All those different things, right? God. And it wasn't for corruptness as you read down. It was out of sincerity for the law of the Father, right? And what he has ordered us to do and how to take care of our people. So let's finish this Deuteronomy chapter 15 and read verse 10. Come on.
Deuteronomy chapter 15, verse 10.
Go ahead.
Thou shalt surely give him, and thy heart shall not be grieved, when thou givest unto him, because that for which this thing the Lord thy God shall bless thee.
Go ahead.
In all thy works.
And we just read that 7 times. Go ahead.
And in all that thou puttest thy hand into.
You hear that? In everything that you put your hand to. Y'all remember that song, Midas Touch? Midas touch, touch, touch. Come on. Doom, 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 doom. He said, everything I touch turns to gold. Yeah, baby. You got that Midas touch. That's what it's saying, huh? Is that you can prosper. It may not be as these, Fortune 500 companies, but you'll be content. You'll be satisfied. Right? And they say, my cup floweth over. That's not only monetarily, that's spiritually as well. But check this out, though. I want you to hear this verse 11. Read, come on.
Verse 11. For the poor shall never cease out of the land.
Do you hear that? The Bible says the poor will never cease. There's always going to be a cycle of what? Give and receive. Receive and give. Because there's multiple spiritual components that's going on. Humility. Yep. And the willingness to sacrifice. Sacrifice time, sacrifice a few dollars. I'm gonna keep saying it. When it comes to money, Negroes get funny. Right. Right? You don't want to give nothing, no shoes, no clothes, no food. The Father says that the poor shall never cease out of the land. Why do you think when it comes to cars? Wait till you get amongst a body of believers. Somebody's car gonna go out. Right. Something gonna happen where the tire rod fall out, right? Transmission blow up. For what to happen, so that now you can exercise the spirit or the fruits of the spirit. God. Right now, you got to give a brother a ride that worked 20 minutes, 30 minutes down the way. A lot of our people don't understand this. We don't understand how the spirit operates, so that's why, again, I'm not going to ask for a ride. No, you should ask for a ride. Because it's for me to now give it. Y'all see that? With the right mindset.
God.
Knowing that you need it, but that's what's supposed to be taught. But our people, what do? Now, I'm good. I can fend by myself. I've done it this far. I don't want to put any burden on you. You know, that's what they say, right?
God.
I don't want to overburden y'all.
Yeah.
No, that's what we're supposed to be. We're supposed to have each other's burdens on us. Give me that in Galatians, right? Give me that in Galatians. Like, that's not an excuse. Stop using that, brothers and sisters. I don't want to overburden you. No. That causes us to exercise the Spirit. That causes us now to use the things that God told us to do. The Father is wanting us to activate His love, and that's by loving each other. Not only in the good times, but also in these moments that when we need help. Where we at?
Galatians chapter 6, verse 2.
I want you to hold this. Which everybody gets there. Galatians chapter 6 and verse 2. You know, I'm a little too scared to ask for a ride, or I need some help. Man, if we can help, we'll help.
God.
We had a brother in the Philippines. Unfortunately, that brother passed away,
God.
and he asked for some dough.
Yeah.
I had to let him know. Unfortunately, we ain't got it like that.
God.
I know we in America, but it ain't that sweet.
God.
One thing about black folks here in America, we know how to whip it up to make it look like a lot. They look good, but you got a few dollars. Brother in the bank today, they did him dirty, man. I was in the bank, and Judah came in, older Judah. He was clean, man. Earrings, man, hat. Probably acted like he was driving a Maserati or something. Man, the banker said, you only have $113 in your account, and you got a few things that's going to be coming out, so it only gives you about $80. I said, damn.
Wow, man.
I always cover my phone when I'm looking at my bank account. Oh! You feel shameful. I'm like, I've never heard that before.
That's scary.
He said his stuff out loud, and I'm like, that's an OG too, man. You ain't got no retirement.
Man.
He politely walked right back out. That was today. I know y'all seen him, right? Y'all seen him? Yeah, he was clean. Like, he, gonna pull out some cash, or, maybe hit Niagara Falls or something. Nah, they said you got some bills coming out, right? So you really only got 80. I was like, thanks, Mr. John, for coming.
That's bad.
I know never go to you. Yeah, you're at an all-time zero after that was taken out. Right?
Bad.
Huh? He was yelling at. I'm like, what is y'all on over here? I was in Penfield.
Damn.
Yeah, they had a nice little spirit. I'm like, I'm gonna come back, man, talk to y'all about some refinancing and stuff like that. But somebody got their hand up? What you got? Where you at?
Galatians chapter 6, verse 2.
Go ahead.
Bear ye one another's burden.
There you go. It says do what?
Bear ye one another's burden.
We're supposed to now embrace other brothers and sisters' hard time. Especially if you're not on your hard time. We know it go back and forth. You might be up one day. You know how it is with taxes.
Yeah.
You get your tax money, man, you think you Superman, man. Think you damn Green Lantern.
Right.
I can fly. No different from food stamps that we eat. Steak. What you want?
Wagyu.
Right, Wagyu.
Palmer style.
Yeah.
New York steak strip.
New York steak strip. You gonna get it out. He's ready. You better get on the neck for that. And that's the other thing. Coming to the house, let's all eat. Yeah, that steak was for me. Somehow the Lord made everybody get a steak. Right? But the point is that we're supposed to bear each other's burdens. Not run away from them. Not act like I don't have to bring it up. I need this. Not act like I don't have to bring it up. No. That's the point of the ministry. It's for us to learn about the care one for another. Right?
God.
It's about the transparency of even saying I need the help. And the brother or sister coming to your rescue. You know why that's important? You know that they really care about you.
Yeah.
You give them the opportunity to show who they really are. Right? Christ says, you know my disciples by what? The love that they have one for another. But if they weren't around, those moments would have never happened for the love to now commence. Right? The good works to commence.
God.
Read it again, man. Stop using that excuse, Israel. Oh, I don't want to burden y'all. We get a lot of that, with brothers that want to counsel, sisters that need to counsel. I didn't want to call y'all because I didn't want to. That's what we do. That actually fuels us. spiritual work fuels us. The Father blesses us. Like, we've been up since what time this morning? What time you called me out by?
About 7:30.
You called me up at 7:30. I was talking to Kazak at 3 o'clock last night.
No.
You up, Zion? Yes, sir. We up. Right? To where what? I think we went to the job site. You woke me up. We went to the job site 9, right? It was early. You know, we got off a little early. We did some work. 5, you know, but even in that work, we still counseling, still talking. Like, that's what motivates us. Coming here to class wakes us back up.
Yep.
Right? We may have a little pick-me-up or whatever it might be. The spirit quickens. Like, you know, this is our duty. This is our job. It don't matter. Whenever we're out there working on these job sites, what do we talk about? Spiritual things. It don't never stop, man. So please call my phone. I need somebody to talk to.
Right.
Right? Yeah, them little children, boy. Oh, on my neck. But the point is that we're supposed to be bearing each other's burden. That's why I appreciate even you, Armand, you know, for the times. Listen, and I'm gonna throw it out there because I'm borrowing now. But you know, can I borrow this? Yes, sir, you can, because we got it, and that's what it's about. You know, when we got it, you can have it. You put it right back. That's the point of it. That's the point of our business, right? So that brothers and sisters can, you know, maintain their lifestyle. You know, everybody falls on, you know, misfortune.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say it again. It was created purposely. That's why the Most High said the poor shall never cease. You always going to be giving. Yeah, that sacrifice going to be built up in you. Go ahead. Finish this, Galatians.
Bear ye one another's burden.
Go ahead.
And so fulfill the law of Yahushua.
Here you go. Fulfill the law of love. Right? Because the law is love. The law is about the next brother or sister. So when brothers want to come with this old man, I was going to use his name really Hebrew, but that's that gorilla ape-like spirit. You know, I don't need no help. That is not the spirit of God, man. It's about helping each other, man. Y'all see this? Jump back to that Deuteronomy chapter 15 and 11. We'll finish that to go on to the next verse. You got something?
No.
Let's read. Come on.
Deuteronomy chapter 15, verse 11.
Right, Deuteronomy 15 and 11. Let's read.
For the poor shall never cease.
The poor shall never cease. It's always going to be somebody in hard times. Right? How they say it, they ain't got 2 quarters of rub against each other. And it's okay.
Yeah.
Because you still got your spirit. Listen, the Most High knows we're going to be a little broke. It says you are poor, but thou art rich. Right? You know, man, we have so much more coming than frivolous dollars.
Yeah.
What you think in the kingdom? You gonna have to use a credit card in the kingdom? You gonna be pulling out mints or what's the shekels? You ain't pulling out no shekels in the kingdom, Bob. Everything is yours. You ain't gotta buy no ruby shoes. Yeah. You got brothers that want ruby shoes, man. You know, amber outfits. Let's keep reading. Come on.
Cease out of the land.
Right. The poor shall never cease out of the land. Read.
Therefore I command thee.
So by me telling you this, I'm commanding you to do this. Go ahead.
Saying, thou shalt open thy hand wide.
You listen. You're gonna give gratefully, graciously. You're gonna understand why you're doing it. Go ahead.
Thou shalt open thy hand wide unto thy brother.
Go ahead.
To thy poor.
Go ahead.
And to thy needy in thy land.
In thy land. Stop helping out the other nations. Start helping out your people. Acts 4 and verse 32. Let's go to Acts 4 and verse 32. These scriptures are going into examples of collective prosperity. Right? Just to show for those brothers and sisters that try to act like the body's not needed, you don't even know what the body's meant for. You are ignorant. Whereas the scripture says, you do err, not knowing the scriptures. A lot of our people talk out the side of their neck with no understanding. A body, a group of members with collective mindsets is needed. It's needed, man. Right? You know, we have a father with a young daughter. She needs this. She needs the guidance. She needs to see a support group. Right? Come on, man. A lot of our people find support group in the world. You know, Atlantic Housewives. That's your support group. Right, they comfort you. What Nisi said. How Nisi be thinking. Right? It's sickening, man. Because that's death. The Father is bringing us to life. And life comes through what? It comes through unity. Life for Israelites come through unity. Let's read this. Come on.
Acts chapter 4 and verse 32.
Go ahead.
And the multitude of them that believed.
There you go. A multitude of them that were in the same spirit. They believed in the word of God. They believed what the apostles were teaching them. Right? They were like-minded. They knew that the so-called Black, Latino, Native Americans, let's go back, aka the Greeks in that time, right? Scattered abroad, brothers and sisters that were under different nationalities, right? That we are the children of God and that we should now be coming together. We should now be looking at the interests of ourselves, not the world, not just yourself. We weren't supposed to be selfish. We were supposed to be selfless. So this is Acts. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Acts. Acts chapter 4 and verse 32. Acts of the Apostles. Read it again from the top.
God. Acts chapter 4 and verse 32.
All right.
And the multitude of them that believed were of one heart.
They were of what?
One heart.
This is the point. This is why we have the law. So that we all can have the same mentality, the same outlook, the same understanding. Why do you think a lot of these other nationalities and religions, they don't have the same heart or the same mind? Because your wisdom is foolish. It's foolish. It says there's one that meddleth, he separated himself that meddleth with wisdom. Why? Because there's no stability in the wisdom that he's seeking. A lot of people try to seek money, try to seek notoriety, recognition. Yes.
Acts.
Oh, my apologies.
Chapter 4 and verse 32.
Yeah, Acts 4 and 32. I'll wait till you get it. Wait till you get it. Acts 4 and verse 32. But you're with me, right?
God.
Any questions so far online? Any questions just over what we went over, especially for those online? Again, this class is about changing our mindset, right? We have been programmed to only look for our betterment when we should be looking at the betterment of our people. As we see, listen, Marvin Sapp, they don't care about nobody. He may give you some good music, right? But what real example are they showing about the selfless love, their selfless love for the people that are impoverished? That's my problem. The people that are impoverished, they got issues and problems. Ain't no counseling going on. Ain't no therapy going on. You just want to just go about money, 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 money. Everybody there? Read that again. Come on.
Acts chapter 4 verse 32.
Come on.
And the multitude of them that believed were of one heart and of one soul. Neither said any of them that aught of the things which he possessed was his own. You
hear that? So none of them said this, that the things that I have that are mine are my own.
God.
So what does that mean? Well, if I got a TV, you got a TV. I got a whip, you got a whip. Right? I got body armors. Ass first, because I might have to drink it. You know what I'm saying? I'm hydrated right now. But the point is, y'all get it. What's mine is yours. I say it a lot. Mi casa, su casa. Right? Come on in. Brothers and sisters, not everybody, but mostly everybody know the code to the house. Don't let it out. Right? Don't let the feds sneaking in. But why? Why you got the code to the house? There's nothing to hide. Come on in. I hate people knock. And I know you coming. Don't knock. Just come in. If you got the code, I know you got the code. Right? Stop knocking. I get mad at that. But that's the point. It's like, come on in. The refrigerator's there, whatever in there. Go ahead. You know, because what we have is not our own. The Father's the one that gave it anyway. Right. And that's the cold part about it. He'll take it too. Just like Keisha Cole, right? The fire supposedly took her house. What'd she do? Went and bought her another one. Right? She's thinking about herself. But the Most High gonna keep taking from these people, right? But keep reading, come on.
They had all things common.
They had all things what?
Common.
This spirit right here is very hard for a lot of our people because we've never exercised the smallest, minute details of the law, right? Which is at least being able to give to a godly man, a godly woman, right? To even give. So now when it's talking about having all things common, you're like, wait a minute. So, you know, on this job, I can get paid more? Right? Like, wait a minute. Hold on, I gotta make sure everybody else is good. Yes! Our people, we go into that, again, that, individualism,
Yeah.
right? That dog eat dog world, dog eat dog. How they say it?
Doggy. Yeah.
Doggy dog world. It's a cold world, right?
God.
It is, but it's been developed by the beast himself.
God.
You know, so when it's now speaking about having things common, or at least making sure what brothers and sisters are good, that's what it's saying. That they now have a house to lay their head in, right, or a room to lay their head in.
God.
Go ahead.
They had all things common,
Mm-hmm.
and with great power gave the apostles witness of the resurrection of the Lord, Yahushua.
Go ahead.
And great grace was upon them all.
And great what?
Great grace was upon them all.
You hear that? Great grace was on them. The Father looks well whenever you do things in the Spirit. He looks well upon you.
God.
Most High now start forgiving, give you grace. You may transgress, He'll forgive that. Go ahead.
Verse 34.
Come on, all the way down to 35.
God. Neither was there any among them that lacked.
That's the point, though. Everybody was good. Nobody lacked. Brothers and sisters were looking out for each other. They knew the estate of each other. Oh, you need some of that? Hey, don't worry about it. Go into the pantry right there. That's why we got a pantry. We got to keep filling that back up. We got a pantry here, so when brothers and sisters have lacks, go in there and get you something. See what you like. Right? We're not saying give us a 5 and, go to work like it's grocery store. No, that's there for those that are in need. So that nobody lacks. Oh, man, you're in a situation where you need a place to stay for a second. Man says, we got you. Right? You've been around, you've been dedicated. Mind you, this is not anybody now.
Right.
You've been around, you're dedicated, you've been showing yourself consistent. We got you. We'll put you up. No different from a brother. Go ahead.
So neither was there any among them that lacked.
Read.
For as many as were possessors of lands or houses.
So they had lands and houses. Go ahead.
Sold them.
They did what?
Sold them.
For what? Read.
And brought the prices of the things that were sold and laid them down at the apostles' feet.
Y'all think this is lawful? Sell your land and lay it down at the apostles' feet. If the cat told you that, you said, this ain't God. and mind you, remember, these brothers and sisters weren't coerced. They weren't manipulated.
Right.
They did this out of their free will. To give the necessity of the saints. Right? To give to the necessity of the saints. To make sure that things were functioning. I'm going to say this. These things happen. Right? Where you may sell a piece of property. You may sell, listen, I done sold pistols back in the day, legal pistols. Right? And that was to the pawn shop. Just get a few dollars, man. Get some groceries in the house. Right? Sold my motorcycle. Right? But I had that thing cash money. It was a 2008 CBR graffiti 600 Honda. Had to let that thing go, man, for a few dollars. Listen, VA school, and I'm not too my own horn, but that's true. VA school, we got out there off of a few dollars, man. I had a few extra duckies. We got the trailer, right? Got the trailer. We had to call Shamswan to figure out how that thing was rocking. You gotta remember that. We had to call Shamswan how to structure the trailer right, because it was rocking. You want to flip over on the highway. And what do? We stayed with Kazak. We stayed at his house for a little bit. I used my furniture for brothers to sleep on, TV and everything. But what happened? We ended up starting our business to now generate money, right? Say it again?
The build-up.
Yeah, it was a build-up, right? But it was a lot of sacrifice at the beginning. And what's the sacrifice? A few dollars. Most likely that right back quick. Right? So where now we had our own apartment. Kazak had his house. We banging at the mall. Mall was jumping. Right? We got to do a whole video. We got the school. We done got the school. We started renovating the school. Kazak's wives, Shalamai's Washington, man, they built the podium. We didn't build that podium in VA.
No.
Wow.
They did that. They built the wall. But listen, double honors to Shalamaya and Shawashina. They built that medium in that school in VA. While we worked them all. And that's the point about group economics, is that we're all supposed to be a nice little system that now benefits everybody. Everybody can eat. This person might not be working at the business, but they're working over here. Right? This sister may not be home with the kids. She's over here working while you got another sister being able to do what? Deal with the kids. You know, mind you, that just takes it to another level too, even when you deal with schooling. Have your own school, right? Your own daycare system, which we're trying to do. But the point is that these people were in the same mind, willing to make sure that everybody was good. It was a sacrifice. What is it showing about this? 1 Corinthians 12 and 25. What is it showing about brothers and sisters? Right? That were in this same mind, same judgment. Oh, sorry. 1 Corinthians 12 and 25. This is the spirit that the Father is building in these last days with Israel. That's why he said, gather together. Did he not? Gather together, O nation not desired. Zephaniah 2 and 1. For what? So that we can now practice group economics. We can now practice the righteous acts. How are we going to do the righteous acts if we're not around each other? The righteous acts wasn't only limited to your initial family, immediate family. It was about the brothers and sisters in this walk. Like Christ said, who's my mother, who's my father, but them that do the will, them that do the work of God. Those are the ones that we were not going to be doing what? Rehearsing the righteous acts. Those are the ones that we were now going to be forgiving 70 times 7 when now these moments of offense may happen or a moment of a misunderstanding happens. What was in the spirit of these brothers and sisters in the church of Acts? Let's read this. Come on.
1 Corinthians chapter 12 and verse 25.
Read.
That there should be no schism.
There shall be no what?
No schism.
What is a schism? Division or separation. There shouldn't be now a breach of unity. There shall be no what? Read it again.
There should be no schism.
Go ahead.
In the body.
Right. We all should be in the same mind and same judgment. No different from Christ and the disciples. No different from the prophets and the kings. Right? When you had David and Nathan. Come on. Same mind, same judgment. In what? Honoring the Most High. Right? Doing their duty. And look how that union, right, it works so smoothly. We can do things like this, man. You know? And we're doing it now, but we can do it such at a higher level. Our minds just have to be in tune with the Most High. It ain't y'all's mind being in tune with me. In tune with Christ, Kazak, or Quadazak. It's what the Father wants for us. And that's why we're reading this to see is that in the scripture, He's shown us collective prosperity, where you care one for another. But it starts with us having the same mindset as Christ, as the Most High. Let's read it again. Come on.
There should be no schism in the body.
There should be no schism, no division. We should all figure this out. We should all, listen, communicate and talk. That's one thing black folks don't do. Talk through their issues. We like to run. We like to just play silent games. I'm mad at you. Let me just be quiet. My silence is going to speak louder than words. When that doesn't work with people that already have a learning disability, they don't get it. They ain't get it when you told them. So how they going to get it now through your silence? I can see you being silent for a few minutes. I can see that. But we eventually have to talk about it. We have to eventually gain some understanding about what was disliked or what was misunderstood so that we can continue moving forward in the same mind and the same spirit. Like, who likes to go home in a divided house? Right? It's like, come on, man. You know the good times we used to have, and now we're going to act like this? I'm going to let my emotions overrule the spirit, and now I'm creating chaos and confusion in the house. I done cooked your food. Like I just, got out like in high school, cooking classes. Half-spirited, because I'm angry now. And that's going to start a whole nother argument. Flip, what is this? But all we had to do was just talk about it, right? Slow it down and understand it's like, wait a minute. Let us not allow Satan, let us not allow the flesh to now interrupt the harmony that the Most High prescribed for us to have. And that harmony is being synced up mentally, synced up spiritually. That's why the book is necessary, y'all. What we do for a lot of brothers and sisters that are within our schools and may listen, to our teachings, is that we're locked into the spirit of the Father. Right? We look at the examples of our forefathers as we should, right? To now, as they say, stand on their backs. Right? We're fighting to be like the church in Acts. Have all things common, man. It's beautiful to fight with your brothers. Just how you fight with your, and what I mean, fighting the good fight with your husband or your family, how much more now brothers and sisters of that same mind, right? Where you got to pull this money to do that, or think about new ways to do this, classes. It's a beautiful thing to work together. So he says that there shall be no schism in the body. Go ahead.
But that the members should have the same care.
The members should have what?
The same care.
The same care. Go ahead.
One for another.
There you go. We got to now look at each other, right, and actually have a, what is it, an affinity? Right, that connection.
Yeah.
We should be looking at each other in the eyes of, man, is that sister or brother good? You know what I'm saying? Do they need anything? Man, they're not looking good today. Look a little thirsty. Right? Yeah, I got some water for you. Y'all see this? So what caused that spirit and acts to happen is that there was no schism. That's why the Most High say cast out the scorner. You got a lot of people that come around negatively. You got negative Nancy and negative Nicks. The Most High get them up out of there. Cast out the scorner and contention will cease. Like if you opposite, the Most High doesn't want that. And he gives brothers and sisters the ample time to work on their spirit. But that's why he gives them the what? The shabuya. Go to Ecclesiastes 4:9. Ecclesiastes 4:9. And I'll end it on this point, this scripture, because we got a few more points. I actually got a lot. Right? That we're going to go more in depth about this group economics. Group economics. It only gets better. But I first wanted to just instill and show forth how the Father wanted us to now profit together. It wasn't about the one-man band. Right? I'm chasing my bag for myself. Get you a bag. Right? I think you see videos like that with, bro, yeah, you better get you a bag, boy.
Oh, right.
Right? It's like, man, show me how to get the bag. The right way, though. Not unlawfully.
Right.
Or to where I have to hurt somebody now. Like you got this guy that just killed S.O.W. He was wanted and now he was found dead in Houston. Y'all throwing money on people's heads and you ended up dead. It's crazy, man. Our people are doing all the wrong tactics to suffice themselves financially. It's sad. You got women selling their bodies, men selling their bodies, their spirits, right? To Rick Rubin, what's his name? Rick Rubin?
Rick Rubin?
Yeah, you know who he is. The music mogul. The one that Mark Rubin.
Mark Rubin, yeah. White Party?
Yeah, Mark Rubin, the White Parties, Meek Mill's jumping like a rabbit. Michael Rubin, Rick Rubin, all the Rubins. all those Oscar Knights, those are all Edomites, man. Huh? Mark Rubin, all of them.
Yeah.
Right? Is that, man, they'll have you sell your soul instead of now getting it out the mud with your family. Right? Struggling in the streets with your brother and sister the right way. Yeah, that's real. That's real, man, energizing, man. It causes you to get more focused and more dedicated because we're all we have. Right? So let's read this. Come on.
Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 9.
Ecclesiastes 4 and verse 9. We'll wait for you. Ecclesiastes chapter 4 and verse 9. Good?
Yes, just go ahead.
No, wait. Oh, come on. That's the last scripture. I'm trying to get this one. Because why? There's so much talk in regards about just doing it by yourself. I don't want to bother nobody. I don't want nobody to try to look at my funds and try to take what I got. That ain't even happening. Stop living a soap opera. Brothers and sisters be living in sitcoms, BET movies. This ain't real. That ain't real, right? And they, find out I got 100,000. What can we do, Throw you against the wall? You gonna keep me screwed up? No, it gotta be willingly. Most I said you don't want anything by constraint, nothing forced. You see that? We just ask what the scriptures ask, God. Right? Can you help? Right? Is it in your heart? You know how they say it in the church, which is true. Is it in your heart to give? Which is, if it's $5, that's what we talk. We're not talking about no, you gotta get $2,000. Give $1. Can you give $1? Right? He's like the woman at the well give a penny, Can you give $1? Marvin Sapp said, everybody give 20. Marvin was bugged out that day. Let's read though, come on.
Deliver him that suffereth.
Read Ecclesiastes 4 and verse 9. Ecclesiastes.
Oh.
Yeah, Ecclesiastes 4 and verse 9. This is in the Bible. Let's read, come on.
Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 9.
Go ahead.
2 are better than 1.
There you go. You see that? 2 are better than 1. You don't have to endure this life by yourself. No different from even sisters, right? The sisters' unity, right? You don't have to walk this walk by yourself. You now have elder sisters and sisters that's been around where you can now pull some of this wisdom from them. Yeah. Understanding, man, hey sis, man, you know, how do you deal with this? Right?
God.
You know, even for the wife, listen, how am I supposed to be what's the word I heard today? Am I supposed to be catering? There it is. You know how Beyonce said it. Right? Cater to you. Am I supposed to be catering to my husband? Ask the sister. Right? Because these are honest questions. But yes, you are supposed to. According to Genesis 3 and 16. Your desire was supposed to be to your husband. You were a helpmate, right? You were supposed to be a helpmate to him. So yes, you're supposed to be catering to him just like he's supposed to be catering to the Father. His eyes and focus was supposed to be on the Most High. But this world has you what? It has you messed up. I'm going to be mad and sad all by myself with a cat. I don't need nobody. I don't need no man. When that man was supposed to be your hedge. Keep you safe. Right? So it was a give and receive relationship. That's the point. But read it again.
2 are better than 1.
But if you don't have a godly friend to guide you, who's going to lead you? Who's going to now comfort you when you slip, like you just read in that Ecclesiastes 37? Right? Go ahead, keep reading.
Because they have a good reward for their labor.
There you go. They have a good reward for their labor. I know you've been on a job, man, where they had you, listen, slaving. But as soon as you had some relief, you was like, oh, the water, Yahweh. Right? Our mom came today, man, saved the day a little bit. Right. Organized with them. I think we moved, how many? You can multiply that. You did 14 by 9. So 17. We did
17 by 14.
17 by 14. Do the math real quick. So that's 14 laid out, layered 19 high, right?
14,
No, it's 14 laid out.
Yeah, 17 high.
17 high. So we had to do a trained teamwork to get this lumber down into a basement. But think about if you were doing it yourself, or just a 2-man team. How many we had? 3? Oh, we had 4, right? What you got? How many planks did we move? What were they?
That's 238.
2x4s?
2 by 2s.
2x2s. We moved 200 and how many?
238.
On top of insulation, 2 packs, on top of other wood. Yeah. What if you only had just you? Man, you quitting. I'm done. You walking up and down them stairs? I'm done. Right. But the Most High said you have a better result in your labor when you have somebody there to help you. You got somebody there to that you can now generate strength off of. You see that they ain't giving up? No, I can't give up. Yes.
Yeah, when I was in the world and I first got into this line of work,
right.
It was just me and Esau, and he had me unloading stuff like that.
Right, there you go.
Yeah, but all praise to the Most High.
And you break your spirit. Because them moments will. Hey, these moments, man, break your spirit. But that's why it's better to have somebody else there with you. Right? No different. Y'all came by the business at the cart, right? Oh, no, y'all were in the food court.
Yeah.
Did y'all ever go by the cart, though?
Yeah.
But you saw it was 2 people, right?
Yeah.
Why? And mind you, there's times where there may be 1, but we like the 2 because now there's some support there. There's strength there. Now you have somebody there to now check your mind if it goes left. Right? Same thing for that brother or sister, right? Their mind go left, the brother, oh, wait a minute, why did you say that? Right? Oh, let me get somebody on the phone, or let's counsel right now and deal with it instead of allowing these thoughts to linger. Because we as individuals, a lot of times we look at ourselves like nothing's wrong. Yeah. Right? We can't comprehend, defects sometimes in us. That's why you need another set of eyes to be able to now judge and to show you, like, listen, this is what the word says, right? And let's work through it. Not only this is what the word says, but let's actually get some understanding of how to now, move better, think better, act better.
Come.
So God says, read it again, come on.
2 are better than 1.
Go ahead.
Because they have a good reward for their labor.
Read.
For if they fall.
If they what?
If they fall.
Yeah, if you fall, who gonna call? If you by yourself and you fall, who gonna call? You done knocked yourself out. I could do it all by myself. All right, you out there cold turkey. Sleep. No, for real. The place that we're at, it was in Penfield, so it was 1, 2, 3 steps to go to the dumpster that we did one day and then to go and pick up. But what if you fall and break your ankle roll and you... Yes.
What kind of job was you doing?
Say it again.
What kind of job was you doing?
Labor work.
Labor work.
Yeah.
Yeah, we was laboring today. It was outside of our specs, but we was doing
Right. I
it.
used
Right?
to work for a moving company,
Oh man, cool.
North American Van Lines.
Okay,
So,
you had to strap in the pulleys on,
caddy.
right? Squatting. Why squat? Right? 1, 2, 3, lift. But what if you had nobody there to lift with you?
Right.
You trying to be like that one video on YouTube? One brother went to the back of the truck and took the refrigerator off. How many refrigerators he doing like that in a day, guy?
Man.
He probably was one and done.
Yeah.
You got, bro, put it on. I forget how you carried it, but still, if you need some help with that, we got brothers in San Antonio that have a moving business,
Okay.
right? They got a truck. What if you got to take off and put on? Come on, man. You're not gonna make it through the week. You're gonna be like, man, listen, I'm going back to mama house, man. She loved me. I gotta till I figure it out. But he says, if they fall, it says, for if they fall, go ahead.
The one will lift up his fellow.
There you go. Lift them up not only physically, but also spiritually. Go ahead.
But woe to him.
But what?
But woe to him.
Woe means destruction, right? Woe means misfortune. Something's about to happen. Go ahead.
That is alone when he falls.
There you go. Woe to him that's alone. And a lot of our brothers and sisters love this state. They love that anti-social social club type of mentality. You always want to be by yourself. I can't tell nobody my deepest secrets. Well, that's why you're going to rot. That's why when you go to the doctor, you're going to see tumors and ailments in your body due to the stress, the increase in salt in your body that comes from your mind wandering instead of having somebody there to scourge your thoughts. A lot of our people are extremely backwards. You miss the health and, but all your actions and tactics is against what the Father says, man.
Right.
It says, woe unto him that is left alone. Do y'all hear that? Woe unto him that is alone when he falleth. Go ahead.
For he have not another to help him up.
Nobody there to check on him. Nobody there to check that mind. Nobody there to even care for him. Yo, I sis, you got some tears. What's going on? Hey, what happened? Comfort. Right? Like the scripture says, it says, mourn with them that mourn. If you by yourself, you don't even give that brother the opportunity to even exercise that spirit of empathy, to have care for another person. They might have went through what you're going through, so they actually may have a word for you. But because since you think, I'm good by myself, I'm just a loner, that's not the spirit of God. David wasn't alone by himself. Solomon wasn't alone by himself. Listen, Elijah wasn't alone, even though he thought he was. Elijah was not alone. And the Most High brought up who? Elisha. He thought all the prophets were being killed by Jezebel. He said, nah, man, I got 7,000 men that have not bowed the knee to Baal. And now I got Elisha. I have a protege that's willing to follow you like a son. I have more than just a friend. I got somebody that's willing to die for you. Man, that's a beautiful feeling to have. To know you have men and women around you that's willing to go to the end with you. But to that man that's left alone, you have nobody to help you up. Keep reading, verse 11. So that mentality of let me do it by myself, it's not biblical. Let's read.
Again, if two lie together.
If two lie together, not talking about homosexuality. Right? It's just speaking about what warmth. Ain't nobody camped before, huh? You ain't never been in a cold environment, have you? Go ahead.
Then They have heat.
They have what?
They have heat.
Yeah, be in that tent by yourself on a cold winter night, right? You don't understand how heat generates. Listen, when I was in the military, I was in a 2-man tent. They had us in 2-man tents. It was tight, but listen, that was the best sleep I ever had, man. It was cold out there, and we weren't even in the same sleeping bag. He had his sleeping bag, I had mine, but that tent was all together, bro. That was a good sleep out. Go ahead.
But how can one be warm alone?
There you go. How can you warm yourself alone? How can you encourage yourself alone? And we know, yes, when you reach a certain point, yes, we know this, but a lot of brothers and sisters, man, you got to be around, you got to be built up, you got to have some understanding, right, to be able to encourage yourself the right way. You got to know the word, you have to know the law of the Lord, the word, right? But again, how can one warm himself alone? Read.
And if one prevail against him.
If one prevail against him, right? You got somebody now, you walking on the street, you get jumped, right? Somebody want to bully you. Go ahead.
2 shall withstand him.
2 shall do what?
Withstand him.
You got a partner that's, nah, you ain't putting hands on my guy like that.
Right.
Or whatever situation might happen to where you have some support. You have somebody there, you have a witness. Nah, man, Tyrone didn't say that. I was there, I got it on my camera. Instead of you being by yourself, there's been many moments, man, where you got brothers that go to, ex houses, and what happened? You get stabbed up. You by yourself. They know you alone. They stab you up. Listen, that's happened in the truth. Brother got stabbed to death, man.
Yeah.
Moving the wrong way. That's why Christ said what? He said, I send them out in 2s and 3s. A lot of our people are like the lone Batman, or what was the other black character back in the day? Night Stalker, Night Walker. The old one, they made a movie about, what was it? Let's say you want to be like Spawn.
Lone Ranger.
You want to be Spawn.
Daredevil.
Yeah, Daredevil. All by yourself. Right? You now get stuck up. In a caught you lacking, as they call it. You can lack in the spirit. Read it again, that last scripture, verse 12.
And if one prevail against him, 2 shall withstand him.
2 shall withstand him. Go ahead.
And a 3/4 cord is not quickly broken.
There you go. And a 3/4 cord is not quickly broken. Which is what, man? That's support. That's why we move like that. No different from Utah, right? I had to bring you when I had to go talk to the sister, man. Right? We had a few business deals, and she has not came through. Okay, we got to go visit her. But I'm not going alone. We need somebody else there, some other eyes, right? Some support, right? So again, you may see some things I don't see. Hold on, now she's sneaking out the back. Right? Sneaking out the back. Hey, wait a minute! Right? Don't run away with my money! Right? What does this mean? There's strength in unity. There's strength in unity, and what we have to understand, the so-called white men in this nation, the world knows that. Right. And that's why they're trying to rip us apart. Right? That's why they're trying to feed us filth. That's why they're trying to give us food that's destroying our system. It just came out that they're putting pork in bread. Man, we got to send you the video. We got to send you on the video about the ingredient that is like what is it? It's monodigestoride, which is actually pork. They're putting it in bread. They know how to keep the children of God away from their strength. Right? Like the scripture says, our iniquities separate us from the Most High. But think about this. I didn't know that. But we had a sister that heard about it, that seen the video, that was able to do what? Share it. She was able to share it because that's the collectiveness. That's what happens when we're now in the same mind, in the same judgment, because we know we want to eat the right way. We want to eat healthy. We know we can't avoid a lot of things, but that and bread, that's wild. What think they eat pork bread? Damn. That's wild. Yes.
What kind of bread was that?
Man, I don't know.
A lot of
I'm not really on a bread tip right now. Keto. That's why keto's the diet, for real. That keto diet is where it's at. Listen,
keto bread.
I didn't catch, man. I'm on it. I got my keto tacos. But I done lost 10 pounds, and I kept it off. And I had a few cheat days too. Finna go home and have one right now. Right? But I kept it off though. So it shows is that, but again, I didn't know about keto until, individuals showed me. and we share that knowledge. That's the point. So we got a lot more of this class that we're going to go into. Just stand by. I'll probably drop this next Thursday, possibly if we have class. For brothers and sisters that's online, the water for joining. Again, we have Passover April 12th here in Rochester at 3 p.m. at the Stardust Lounge. Right? I'm going to say this. This is a high holy day. The Super Bowl high holy day of the Father. Don't come out with no sneakers on, man. Don't come out with no sweats on, man. You don't even go to work like that. You don't even go to the corner store like that. I know how y'all guys get down. You don't even go to the corner store like that. So, man, come suited and booted, man. If you don't have, if you don't have a school or a body that we have, the custom garments, at least the color schemes is black, white, and rose gold. Classy, never trashy. All right, so we hope and pray that we see brothers and sisters, that you'll all have a safe travel, that you're planning and, all the things that I know you've been working on, that they work out. I know how it gets. Be patient. I know everything may not work out as you want it, but just keep your cool, set your prayers up. What do they say? You say you hope for the best, you plan for the worst. Was it? Yeah, that's what it is, right? Is that, man, there's so many things that happen with us going to Passover every year. Listen, we can get through anything. We had 1 year going to Texas. Actually, that was last year. We were going to Passover last year, and one of the vehicles, we had a 6-car caravan? Or 5, yeah, no, it was 5. It was definitely 5, because we had Yakanan, we had the Wagoneer, we had the Tahoe, we had 2 vans.
Yep.
That's 5 vehicles. And one of the vans got cut off while they were driving and smashed into a car, totaled the van. I think we were probably like
2 hours out.
Oh, we were 2 hours out? We were 2 hours out. But what happened? When you have unity, we're able to think quick, boom. Reverse that bad boy. Listen, this is what we're going to do. Right? Get room. Let's get their luggage out of the vehicle, because they still got to talk to the police officers, go through that whole process. Mm-hmm. Let's get that luggage out of the vehicle. You was with us?
Yeah.
You
Wait, no.
No.
We flew out.
Oh, y'all were late.
Yeah, we flew. Y'all was 2 hours out in total.
Right. So they put all the luggage in the vehicles that had extra space. We had actually extra room, so they were able to go here, go there, and we got to pass over smooth. Yeah. And then on top of that, the Most High blessed it to where they ended up giving us a rental when we were leaving.
Yeah. So
we didn't have a rental out there the whole time for that van that was lost, but at the end, we didn't have to ride that tight. Right? I mean, there's other ones where flat tires. We were coming back from the Passover, and the Durango caught a flat. What do we do? Listen, get all the women and children. Y'all roll. I think it was me, you, Lakad, right, and Davia, something like that. Yeah. We had an Edomite state trooper walk on up. Oh, he had one of the weirdest walks. Like I said, I know he ain't finna do us like this, man. You don't see the flat tire, right? So he let us. I think he just put the lights on us. We took care of it and kept going. So man, just keep fighting. That's the beauty of these moments. The Most High creates these moments for us now to exercise the spirit of the Father. Y'all see that?
God.
We got to use what we're learning. One last scripture. Let's get that real quick. Let's get Wisdom of Solomon. Just for the viewers. Let's get that Wisdom of Solomon. I believe it's 6. Right? Let me show you something in the spirit. Wisdom of Solomon 7:14.
Come.
Wisdom of Solomon in your Apocrypha. This is in your Apocrypha. Chapter 7 in verse 14. Wisdom of Solomon. Chapter 7 in verse 14. Before we sign out. Right? The water brothers and sisters that's been dedicated, that's been watching, that's been working on your spirit. Keep fighting. Keep fighting. Keep learning. Keep growing. All right, so let's read this. Come on.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 14.
All right, so Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7 and verse 14. Go ahead.
For she is a treasure.
For what?
For she is a treasure.
For she is a treasure, which is speaking of wisdom. Go ahead.
Unto men.
Yep.
That never faileth.
There you go. So the wisdom of God is a treasure. It's a delight. It's something that we seek for. It's something that we strive to reach, which is understanding. Right? Understanding of things. Go ahead.
Which they that use,
Which they that what?
that use,
And this is the point. The wisdom we're supposed to use. Read it again from the top. I want you to hear this. Come on.
for she is a treasure unto men
Come on.
that never faileth.
It never fails. Wisdom does not fail. We just mess up. Or we lack patience. Go ahead.
Which they that use become the friends of God.
There you go. That's how now we become beloved of God. Is when you start using the word. When you really start implementing what God tells you to do in your life. When you start walking in the light. Right? No, Mason. When you start walking in the true light. That true. Go ahead.
Being commended.
Being what?
Being commended.
And now the Father's going to commend you. He's going to now bless you. He's going to promote you by using wisdom. By using the knowledge. Go ahead.
For the gifts that come from learning.
There you go. Because you're supposed to be getting badges. You're supposed to be getting your decals, right, from wisdom. Which means what? Now you're gaining attributes. You're gaining insight. Y'all see that? So again, the Most High has to create these moments for us to use the wisdom. Life ain't gonna be perfect, but it will, but it is. Yep, it's meant to happen. What's meant to happen. So with that, brothers and sisters, thank you for watching. Again, we're Rochester, S.O.W. You can find us at 1600 Lyle Ave. With that, VA, you should be live tomorrow. And with that, we're gonna say shalom.
Shalom.